We are live. Welcome back to another episode of Pedro Doordash Santiago live gig show. You can call me Mr.BetonYou. Now, may I please get a thumbs up in the chat that you guys could see me? Well, I know you can see me. Can you hear me okay? Make sure the audio's good. I got a saucy one for y'all tonight. We're going to go over some topics. I'm going to give some opinions. I'm looking for opinions. I'm looking for people that know more that can offer some value to this conversation that maybe I don't offer. And the Streamyard will be open tonight. It will be open all night. We're going to take some calls, Streamyard, however you want to be part of the show. But let me know that you guys can see and hear me okay. Let me check the chat out, and I'll give some shout outs. I have a lot to go over tonight. So let me go ahead and set this up here. Okay, we're going to talk about some gig conference stuff, a couple things, but really at the end of the day, you guys are going to get a lot more about that this coming week. But if I can please get a thumbs up that you guys could hear me okay, that would be fantastic. And then we're going to get the show started because I have a lot to go over. Scooter, appreciate that. Now, listen, happy Sunday to everybody. Hope your weekend was great. Hope your week was great. Hope your weekend was great. Hope you hit your goals. I hope you had some good life balance. I hope you spent time with friends, family. I hope you had a good week, whatever that means to you, because to each of us, it could be something very different, right? Some of us grind all week, got to make that dollar. Other people, you want to spend some time with the fam. Maybe you're on vacation. It's summertime. Maybe you didn't work a lot. Maybe you did. It doesn't matter if you had a good week, or I hope you had a good week, whatever that means to you. Now, hit the thumbs up for your boy right now if you can. I want to get as many people in this live tonight because I got some things to talk about. And I want to bring in some people. I got some short videos to show you guys referencing some of the things I'm going to talk about. And we're going to get right into the show. Now, before we get into that, let me get a few shout outs to the people that are here. I see Slavic in here, Bud Soda, Daniel, what up? PPP, Jacob, what up? Tina, Picky Pink. I saw Tony Driven Dad said he booked his room. What's up? Amanda, Jeff. All right. Jacob, I see you. Vicky, what up? Steve. All right. So, and if you're out and about listening, if you're watching on a replay, if you're watching live, if you're working, be safe. Okay. Drive safe. Drive better than me. I don't always drive the best. All right. So let's talk about my week this week. This week was a fantastic week. Beyond just making decent money and having overall a pretty solid week with a good life balance, decent money, we got a lot of things done with the gig conference, right? I got all the food figured out and catered and going to be delivered for next week's gig conference. Anybody that's watching this now probably knows what that means. If you don't, if you've been under a rock, or if you're new here, maybe you just plugging in right now. Appreciate you for being here. We're doing a gig conference next Saturday, the 30th, in my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, from 2 to 8. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We got a lot of people. We booked the food. It's a free event. It's in my hometown, St. Louis, at Wilmore Park. Anybody can drop a link if you want to the actual website. The RSVPs are turned off right now because I told everybody I needed till this yesterday so I can get a head count. So if you're not going to be able to put an RSVP in. Doesn't mean you can't show up. It just means without an RSVP, you're not guaranteed a swag bag. And, if you show up late, maybe you don't get food, because if 50 or 100 people show up and I don't know about, it's a little bit different, right? So we got our list of names here, ready to rock and roll. Got a checklist of RSVPs. I'm ready. It's going to be amazing. I got the staff. I got the security. We do have security. So everybody that was worried about security, worried about safety, got it covered. I've thought about everything I can think about to make sure this event is as safe, fun, valuable, and connected as I can make it. So that's going to be next Saturday. Look out for some updated details on that in this coming up week. So enough about that. And thank you, everybody that did put an RSVP in. Thank you for everybody that's saying, hey, something came up, I can't make it. I appreciate that as well, because it allows us to put on this event. So a couple shout outs to the partners and sponsors that are helping put on this event, which is a free event. Buckle, Solo, and Para, as you see them right where they at. Right there. Hold on. Let me get my finger. There they go, right there. That's my shoulder. Buckle, Solo, and Para teamed up with myself, your boy, Mr.BetonYou, and said, hey, we want to help. We want to be a part of this. We see that this is amazing. We see that this has never been done before. No content creator on YouTube in this space has ever tried to do this. I'm the man for the job. And they said, hey, how can we help? Got some swag from them, all kinds. It's going to be great. Anyways, enough about that. Shout out to the 126. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. I'll get into the chat in a minute. Now, tonight's topics. Let's go over that real quick. Is the food delivery gig economy a dead-end job? A lot of people seem to think so. Also, a lot of people tell us, get a real job. Pedro, get a real job. Hey, Tony, Lindsay, Laura, Dan, Hector, Maddie, get a real job. Ooh, that fires me up when I hear that. Woo, I start getting really fired up. So I'm gonna show you a little video clip. I pulled some videos from that were sent to me via TikTok and some other things. I'm not on TikTok a lot, but some things are sent to me, right? So I pulled some clips to talk about some of these topics, and I'm going to bring people in. I'm going to share the Streamyard link for any and everybody that wants to join. If you've never been on the show yet and you want to join, come in. Water feels good. I don't bite. Okay. All opinions are welcome here. Every opinion. So is this a dead end job? What do you say to people that tell you to get a real job? Maybe your friends and family say that, right? Maybe they have bad intentions, good intentions, right? We can talk about that. There's always two sides to every story. We'll talk a little bit about free speech and what does that mean? If you're being rude, if you're spewing hatred, if you're being inconsiderate, if you're being a clown, does that mean it's free speech? I say it does not. I think free speech is, some of it can be called out, and that's okay. So we're going to talk about that as well, right? And that's not necessarily gig related, but I might go on a time. You might see Petty Pedro come out tonight. It's going to depend on how the show goes. Everything's organic that we do here, but I might start throwing. He might make an appearance tonight for 10 or 15 minutes. I haven't decided if I want to go down that path. I'll probably let you guys dictate that and see how the night goes. But I believe that not all free speech, we use that in this country a lot, right? People like to hide behind that. I think that that's an absurd thing to say. We have it, we can use it, but if you're spewing hate, if you're spewing ignorance, and you hide behind free speech, you are a clown and you're misinformed. We'll talk about that. And the other topic was no tip, no trip. Has it been good or bad for drivers? And listen, I'm one of the main people that talk about that. No tip, no trip. I believe in that. But has it actually been a bad thing in how customers view us, how the apps view us, and how we view ourselves? We'll talk about that tonight. Okay, so those are some of the topics. I'm going to put the StreamYard link in momentarily. And it's going to be what's going on here? Hold on one second. I think it's going to be a nice show. Like I said, don't be afraid to come in. The water feels good. I don't buy free speech, but not free from consequence. Hannibal is hungry. Let me put this is my dude right here. This is my dear friend. Let's talk about this for a second. Free speech, but not free from consequences. Absolutely. I could not agree more. You're free to say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, right? But there are consequences with what you say, right? And you can look at the history of the world, right? There's been people that have spewed a lot of ignorant and unintelligent and really rude, maybe even racist, maybe even homophobic, maybe even, I can go on and on, right? It doesn't, for me, that doesn't, just because you have free speech doesn't mean you can get on a podium and just spew garbage, right? And make people feel a certain way. So let's leave that comment up for a little while because that's kind of how I look at it. Okay. Driven Dad says, free speech should be protected. Absolutely. I'm not saying it shouldn't, but let's not hide behind it. He says, who's the judge of what's allowed and not? Great question. But I think a lot of us, and I want to get your guys' perspective. I think a lot of us should probably agree that if some things are said and people say it was free speech, does it make what you said right? No, it doesn't. I think a lot of us can agree about that, right? So love it, love it, love it. R.I.P. Yes, free speech, R.I.P. And a lot of people would say, well, now I feel like I can't say something because I'll get canceled. I don't believe in the cancel culture. Let's get that out the way right now, right? Some people might, you shouldn't be canceled just for speaking your mind. But you got to understand, like Hannibal said, there are consequences to free speech. That's part of the topics I want to talk about tonight. Okay. Okay, so let's go and hold on. Let's see what we got here. It's going to protect you from getting your love it. Love it. So, let me see. I got some good comments in here. What do we got here? Criticism, hate, ignorance is free speech. Now, is it appropriate? Venue specific. Another's free speech can sure as F upset you. but that's that's said right to free speech. Sure, absolutely, right. But I think what Hannibal summed it up perfectly, and I think Tony, the Driven Dad, said something very smart as well. We got to understand there's consequences, and who constitutes as free speech. I'm not the judge and jury and executioner of free speech, but I think we should all be able to call out things when somebody says something stupid. I've said stupid things on this channel a handful of times, probably at least a dozen, half dozen to a dozen times. I've said things that are like, wow, man, that wasn't really bright of me to say. And you get called out, right? But I have free speech. That's the great thing about this country, and I love it. I have a YouTube channel. I could spew literally right now. I could say whatever I want, and there could be collateral damage. There could be some backlash, but I'm still allowed to say it, right? But we can't hide behind it and say I can just say whatever I want because it's free speech. Well, you can, but you got to understand there's consequences to that, right? And people are going to have opinions. So saucy topic, I know, right? But I want to bring people in for that, right? Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put real quickly here, I'm going to put in the StreamYard link. I'm going to get into a few more things. Let's see who wants to join. I'm going to show you guys some clips before we bring people in, talking about some of the topics I want to talk about, spark some conversation in the live chat, spark some people's passions or ideas or opinions about what you might see here, and we could bring people in. None of this stuff I'm going to show you is saucy, but it just talks about some of the things that I've been having in my mind lately. So I'm going to go ahead and share the link with you guys. Please feel free to jump in. Every opinion is welcome, okay? And I will not censor you. I won't kick you out unless you're cussing up a storm, throwing F-bombs, being hateful to a certain group of people. You will have your chance to speak on this channel, okay? Let's see. Let's go ahead and share this link. Let me see here. Go there. Okay, we got it. All right. 1 second, guys. 1 second. There's a lot of buttons you got to press to do these things. Okay, I'm going to put the link in right here. Also, I know the chat moves fast. So this number you see behind me, and actually the number that I'm going to put up right now, you can actually text me as well, and I can send you a link that way as well. Okay, there we go. So let's get this show started, guys. Now, this week, like I said, it's been a good week. Gearing up for the gig conference. Super hype. Super excited about that. Made decent money, all that jazz. Now, I'm going to show you guys this clip first if I can bring it up. Now, we talk about some of the topics we're talking about, and what I talk about a lot on this channel is betting on you, setting goals, doing it one day at a time. Using the gig apps as a stepping stone to do things that you're really passionate about, that you really love, using them as a way to make good side money hustle, whatever it is, and then figure out other ways to monetize and make money and whatever, right? Do this as a part-time if you got a W-2. There's a lot of great ways to do this work, right? But you got to figure out what app's best for you in your market. And some for you, it might be Doordash. Others, it might be Instacart. It could be Dumpling, Roadie. It might be Rover, Walking Dogs. It could be Shipped. It could be Spark. You're responsible for knowing what people are willing to pay to do. Okay. I just try to give you a little motivation on the way and share my reality. Right. So I'm going to show you guys a couple clips because the topics we're talking about, is this a dead end job? I think arguments can be made on both sides and good ones. I do believe that. What do you say to people that say, get a real job? Get a real job. That, to me, I'll debate anybody under the sun on that, right? And also, we did have a video I made where I kind of gave my thoughts on a particular TikToker that talked about the tipping before service, blah, blah, blah. I invited him on the show. I don't know if he's going to show up. If anybody sees anybody, I don't even know what this guy's name is. I called him Todd in the video. If he comes in here and is like, hey, I'm the guy from TikTok, somebody text me and let me know or something, because I want to get this guy on the show. So maybe he'll show up. I invited him. He said he'd like to debate. I can't do that stuff on TikTok. I don't like TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I don't even know how that works. I don't know how to go live on TikTok. But I gave him my channel name. If he comes in here, the show will get saucy balls right there. So if you guys see anybody saying, hey, I'm that guy, the StreamYard link's in here. So if you're that dude, Todd, come in. I called you Todd just for lack of, because I had no idea what your name is, and I look at people like that, I call him Todd. So if your real name's Todd, please don't take offense. Sorry, I'm not sorry, but that's what it is. So I see some people in here ready. Please stand by. Let's see who we have, because I got a few things I want to show you guys. Okay, so I see Ryan, Bud Soda, and Hector. Great. Stand by, guys, okay? If you don't mind. Now, and I want to keep it on topic tonight as well. So if you guys are coming in, if you can keep it on topic, great. If you can't, please let somebody else in, all right? So I want to show you guys a couple little TikTok videos, a couple I found, a couple that were sent to me. I just want to get your guys' opinion on this gig work, right? And I want to show you guys, let's just show some of these are really quick and simple, right? And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts after. You guys can talk about it in the chat. And then if you're inspired in some way to come into the live, please come in, right? So let's add this to the stream if I can real quick. Let's read. Oh, you know what? Let's read this comment from Gary real quick. Dead end, ? Depends on how you look at it. If you mean promotions, etc., yep, it would be. But can you do it forever? Yeah. See, I think there could be arguments made for both sides. I think I'll share mine with you guys before I show you a couple of these clips and before we bring people into the show. Okay. And shout out to the 169. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. Now, Gary, I'll answer your question. In my opinion, this is a dead end job. If you don't know how to work it, you don't adapt, and you're not working towards something. And dead end job is a strong way to say of something, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody's got their own personal goals. Maybe somebody's cool with making a set amount of money because their bills or this or that. Everybody's lifestyle and what they aspire to be, their bills, their budget, the town they live in, the cost of living is personal and unique. But I think if you're just doing this to do it and there isn't a plan, it can be a dead end job. Absolutely. Because we're not offered a lot of protections. You can be deactivated. Your market could dry up. There's oversaturation. Who knows what's going to happen with the gig companies? 5 years from now, they'll be very different. So if you're not forward thinking, I would agree it's a dead end job. Now, if you're somebody forward thinking, if you're somebody that is using this more of in a part-time, excuse me, part-time capacity, or you're using this to stockpile some money for a side hustle on different business, you're using it to get out of debt, you're using it to pay off a mortgage sooner so that your bills are decreased, I don't look at it as dead end, right? So you make your end, right? For me, I look at dead end like something happens to that income that you have coming in, and then it's like, boom, you got to start all over. But if you actually use the apps in the way that I think they're intended and you use them, it's not a dead end job, right? So great perspective. All right, let me show you guys a couple of these little clips. I'm going to bring these in real quick.
On date night. We're trying to make money this date night instead of spending it. So we are door dashing and hanging out together, chasing that dollar.
Okay, I hope you guys heard that. Let me know. Hold on one second. In the chat, give me a thumbs up if you heard that, because I want to play it one more time and I want to give you my perspective on that. So if I can just get one thumbs up that you guys saw that, okay? What up? May 1:15, 3 hours. Nice. Pedro, I woke up in just time to start my day off, right? What up, Nicholas? So if I can just get one thumbs up. Did you guys hear that? Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to play it one more time. So this is basically a couple made a TikTok talking about, hey, they do their day night together. They make a little money. They spend time together and they do food delivery. Let's watch it one more time. 17 seconds. Right?
Side hustle.
I mean, to me, those are smart individuals. They have a date night. They're using their date night. Instead of spending $100 go on a date, they'll go out and make $100. So actually, they just really made $200. You follow? And they're spending time together. To me, that's absolutely fantastic. Great way to use the apps. Great way to use the apps, right? Let me show you guys this one here. Tonight, we're talking about no tip, no trip. All this stuff relates, and I'll bring in the guests. Okay, I see 3 people waiting. Don't be afraid. Come in. Water feels great. Now, yes, can't hate on that, Gary. Now, I'm going to show you this one here. We talk about no tip, no trip. Now, for me, when I see people getting angry when they take an order and there's no tip on it and they find out afterwards, they didn't tip me. They suck, and they get mad. They tamper with the food. They do this. They throw the food. They treat the customer ignorantly. That's on you as a driver. In my opinion, I'll go down with the sinking ship on this in the gig economy. We should. I say never, but it's 99.9% because I know in some cases there's promotions, there's quests, and it's like, okay, it's a $3 order from Uber. If I do this, it's actually worth more because I'm going to get a bonus. And it's on the way home. I want to be done with my day. I get it. That's not normal. So 99.9% of the time, we as drivers should never, and I repeat, never take a no-trip order knowingly. And if you do it and then you get mad after because there's no tip and you feel like you didn't make enough, that's your fault. You're a clown. I got a red nose for you. You're a fool, right? So watch this, because this guy, I know he did it just for TikTok, because on TikTok and even on YouTube or other social media platforms, we got to understand people are making false content just to get clicks and views. It happens. I know it's a shocker to you guys, but it is. And I felt like I can tell this was just made just to be funny. But I want to show you guys this real quick. Ready? Oh, hold up. It'll come up again. Maybe. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Let's look at that again. One more time for the people in the back. Look at this guy. How I deliver no tip orders. So he. Okay. Facts. I don't know who that guy is. If you're seeing this, if you ever see it, contact me. I know that you did that for entertainment value. But to any driver that knowingly takes a no tip order and treats a customer's food like that, you're a clown. You're a fool. I can't rock with you. That's crazy. I'm giving you my opinion. You can hate me. You can love me. You can disagree with me. You should never do that because actually you're wasting your time. And most customers don't tip cash. Point blank, period. Most don't. It does happen, but we shouldn't be gambling with our money. Now, but I realize that guy did it for content. No hate there, right? But if you're a driver that does that, I don't recommend it. You should not knowingly do that and then mistreat somebody's food. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. That's my opinion. Hit me in the comments if you don't agree. Now, talking about get a real job. I want you to watch this little clip real quick. And for those of you that are standing by, I'll get you in the chat.
Money. That's where.
Okay, so let's watch this lady talk about stop telling people get a real job. This is her response to that. And she said it better than I could. Let's watch this.
Toss the whole concept of a real job out the window. At the end of the day, we're all just doing things to make money. Whether you're doing something that you love to do or something that you feel like you have to do to make money, that's where the concept of a job comes in. Just because you went to college and got a degree in something does not mean that you have to get a job relating to that degree. What you learned should be the reward enough. Two of the things I love to do: drive around, listen to music. I also love to make money and hang out with my friends. So tonight, I'm gonna Doordash. Gonna pick up my friend, listen to some music, explore new neighborhoods. I've worked in restaurants for so long. Be nice to your delivery drivers. Be nice to people working in restaurants and tip them. They're service workers. And at the end of the day, we're all just trying to make money. Stay tuned to see who I bring on to my little Dash cast.
Okay, so I'm not going to play that one again. Remove it. So to anybody, this is to all the people out there, all right? Enjoying the show via Streamyard. I'll put a link in again in a second if I can, okay? Okay. Hold on one second. What's going on here? Okay. I'm going to put a link in a second. Now, to anybody if anybody tells you get a real job, what's the job? This isn't 1950s, 1940s, 1960s. Okay, the American dream has shifted. The way people value their time, the way people make money has changed. If you're one of those old geezers out there like, you should get a real job, get off my lawn, kick rocks with that old ideology. This is a new world. People are making money in very different ways. Okay, we're taking ownership of our time at greater lengths than we've ever done before. And there's value in that. There's pride in that. And there's honor in that. Okay. And then there's integrity in that. So if anybody looks down on you for working at Domino's like Roy does, or doing food delivery like I do, or doing Rover like Hannibal, or making their own apps and helping drivers like Gary from Middleton Technology does, having podcasts like Steve, Rideshare Rodeo, and making money on the side doing laser shows. If anybody tells you get a real job, smack them across the face. Listen, your boy's on one tonight. I'm feeling it. It's going to get saucy. So to the people that tell you to get a real job, those are the same people that they're miserable. They're miserable human beings. Now, you also have to take it with this caveat. It's our responsibility as whatever you want to call ourselves, subcontractors, independent contractors, misclassified employees, right? Because another topic tonight is, are we employees or not? Because a lot of consumers that order on the apps think that we work for Doordash, and we don't. But there's a lot of ignorant, misinformed customers. I've been saying that for over a year on this channel. And that's just the reality. When I use the word ignorant, it's not a shot at the customer. Ignorance means you just don't know. And a lot of people don't know. So they feel like you shouldn't tip, right? Anyways, it's our responsibility to actually figure out how to make these apps work for you in your market. Make sure you're doing the right things. You're adapting, all that stuff. That's on you. Nobody should hold your hand. The gig apps aren't responsible for you. You're responsible for yourself, okay? So when somebody tells you to get a real job, just tell them to kick rock. Say, hey, I'm doing what I like to do. I'm making money. If you're not, and they're also telling you this is a dead end job. It's a dead end job. You're never going to make it. You have to decide if that person's actually right about you and where you're at. But you can control that 100%, right? You can control that 100%. All right. So another video I'll show you guys, and then so this one's talking about, I see 4 people waiting. You guys will come in. Please be patient. I just want to get through these videos and we'll get the organic conversations going about this. Okay. This video I want to show you guys is basically like, are we employees? This is a dead end job. Like, I think about a lot of people, and it also goes with the no tip, no trip. A lot of people come to these apps. The turnover rate with all these gig apps is very high. For those of you that don't know what turnover is, it's like your rate of your retention of your employees, right? Or not employees, your workers, employees, whatever, because turnover is in W-2s. Turnover, they use it in the gig economy as well, right? So I've been active on the apps for 2 years, okay? Or actually 2.5, technically. I've been full-time-ish for 1.5 years, right? So if I stopped working today and I never worked in other apps, I'd be part of that turnover, and somebody else is going to fill my spot. So I say that because every day there's new people that come to these apps, and maybe they don't know how to work them yet, right? Because it is easy to get on. You got a pulse, you got a heartbeat, you got a car, you got insurance, boom, you're ready to go on, especially with Doordash, right? But the thing is, a lot of people don't know, hey, well, is this a good offer? Do I have to take this? Will they deactivate me? Does the acceptance rate matter? There's a lot of that. So I want you to watch this video here and show you, I want you to think about 2 things. Look at her in the beginning of the video, how she's acting, and look at her at the end. Can you guys relate to this? And do you think this is normal? I'll give my opinion at the end, and we'll bring in our guests.
So, guys, I'm in need of extra money, and my job didn't want to give me extra shifts. So, come with me on my first DoorDash. Nervous. I've never delivered anything to anyone before. Okay, I picked up the food. This is really happening. I'm shook. Bag secured. Now we're on the way to take this to them. And I'm stuck in traffic. Perfect. Guys, so I finished the order, dropped it off, but I don't know how I feel about it, guys. Literally, the place was 20 minutes away, and I still had to wait for the food. So in total, I guess it was okay because I made like $11, but guys, it was very frustrating, and like it's like in the middle of nowhere, guys. Like I don't even recognize this place, and I've been living here my whole life. Like it's literally out in the country. So I don't know. I mean, I'm still gonna do them because I have to pay rent on the first. But yeah, I rate this experience 4 out of 10. Okay, 3 out of 10 because I just hit a huge ass pothole and it probably messed up my suspension. Back home, it took like another 20 minutes to get back home, but I don't know. I don't think it was worth it, but I do need the money right now.
Okay, so let me hold on 1 second. Okay, I know I berated you guys with videos. I don't ever really do that, but I just wanted to make the show a little different. I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on this stuff. Now, you guys have some great opinions and thoughts in the live chat. Bring it. I want all the smoke. I love it. You guys are talking some great stuff. I see things like about what's really a real job and this and that. And like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I wanted to spark a little bit of conversation, a little debate. I wanted to tickle my mind a little bit. I wanted to learn some things tonight from smarter people than myself. So, because, when I see people that are like, what's a real job? Yeah. Somebody, I think Gary or somebody said in the chat, who's going to deliver food? I used to tell my staff that when I would manage restaurants, the servers would be like, yeah, this table's running me, or they told me I'm just a server, just get my bread or get a real job. Or they'd try to look down on us for doing service work. If we stop, think about what's happened the last couple of years, right? Think about like the fast food lines we go through, right? And, lobbies are closed, places are short-staffed for whatever reason, pandemic or not, or people are making more money doing something else, so they ain't got to work at McDonald's. Now all these people that told the McDonald's workers, the Domino's, the Pizza Hut people, the Subways, they told them to get a real job. Now those same customers are mad because their Subway sandwich is taking 2 extra minutes to be made, and they're losing their minds. I did a video this week. A lady walks into Sonic or somewhere, is like, somebody placed my order. I've been waiting 8 minutes. That's the same kind of person that's going to tell you, get a real job. If everybody got a real job, whatever the F that is, who's going to service you? Who's going to bring you your groceries? Who's going to do this? Who's going to serve you at Taco Bell? Who's going to deliver your pizza? Who's going to wait your table at Applebee's? People like that, it just makes me laugh. And they desperately want attention, and they're miserable. So you got to sometimes give them a little bit, right? And that's what we're going to do tonight. So, okay. I've been rambling enough. What up, Dash and Grandpa, Paveway, Lauren? What up? Let's see. Roy's in the house. I know he's got some topics. Maybe she should tell her taco on Doordash app maybe more money. I don't know what that means. So here we go. Take pride in any job you have. So I'm going to bring in the 5 people we got. My father. This is going to sound hella corny. I've said this before, actually, so I got no problem saying it again. My father is he's my hero. I look up to him. My father's from the dirt. My dad did not have a great upbringing, and he's made a life for himself. He's got 4 beautiful children. He's a fantastic dad. I love him to death. Both my parents, right? Humble beginnings. My dad always told me, if you're going to shovel shit, be the best shit shoveler you can be. If that's your job, do it. Don't slack. Don't feel bad for yourself. Do whatever job you're doing, do the best at it. Whatever it is, give it your best effort, and you'll get something from that. So one thing that sticks to me to this day. So even when I'm picking up McDonald's orders, I give customers great service. I try to get there quick. I communicate. It's simple. It's a simple job, but I'm doing it. So I'm going to do it at the maximum capability because feel great that I can make money doing that. So shout out to Hannibal. All right, let's bring in some folks. All right, give me a second, guys. All right, so we got Ryan. This is what I'm going to do. So I see Ryan, Bud Soda, Hector. I see X Gigger and Thomas. I'm going to bring Ryan, Bud Soda, and Hector in first because they've been waiting. Then I'll bring in X Gigger and Thomas. So let's bring these guys in. I'm going to bring you guys in all at the same time. All right, gentlemen, how we doing?
What's good? How you doing?
What's up?
What's up? All right, so Ryan, I'm going to start with.
It's funny you said the shovel comment because I've literally shoveled crap.
But listen, you shouldn't feel bad about that. And if somebody wants to make you feel bad, slap them across the face, dude. Like it's ridiculous how people treat each other, right? So Ryan, so you know what we're talking about tonight. What are your thoughts on it? Go ahead.
All right. Well, with the videos and all that, there's a lot to unpack. Obviously, I'm going to be very quick with everything because I got to get over to my girl's house tonight. So yeah. Real quick, in terms of is DoorDash or gig work a dead-end job? I think it really depends. There's always going to be demand for our services, like you were just stating. And it's all about how you run it. You know what I mean? Like I just got back from vacation on Wednesday. I've already made $500 this week just since then. So, I mean, it's all about just how you run the apps. And that's the problem is that people just they don't know the orders to take. I ran into a guy tonight that, he's only on DoorDash. And I told him, I said, man, you got to broaden your horizons and jump on everything. So, he's getting on that. But, just all the gig apps have, I really value my time personally. And I think having the ability to run an order and just, if something comes up, hey, I'll be over at your house in 10 minutes. That's a blessing. And, whether or not you're having a good day or a bad day, that's something you can always count on. You can always, turn it off and start again the next day. And it really just depends on your area too. I know when inflation wasn't that crazy, a year and a half ago when gas was $260, $270, I was balling. I was bringing in a great amount of money, but ever since then, it's still not bad. I'm not complaining at all. I've just had to adapt a lot more, and but I'm still making it work. So,
yeah, we got to adapt. I think the smart ones that do this know that, and the ones that don't and can't figure it out, those are the people that struggle, and that's life, and it sucks. But I think you bring up some great points. Obviously, the freedom and flexibility, you valuing your time. I think a lot of people can agree with that. I think that's probably the number one thing most people say as to why they do this, because it allows you to turn it off, turn it on, go see your girlfriend, hang out with your kids, whatever that is, So, Hector, what do you got in your mind about the topics tonight, my brother?
Man, you guys can hear me, right? Because I'm talking on my phone. Sometimes
you're good. We can hear you. Yeah.
All right. I got a lot of stuff to say here, man. First of all, when it comes to DoorDash being a dead-end job, you can't tell me that 2 years ago when the pandemic started. I mean, everybody was cashing in $1,000 a week. Easy 1,000. You know what I mean? People were able to order food, high tippers. I mean, if you kind of think about it, the economy was actually a bit better because everybody was getting stimulus checks, they were getting unemployment, and just the money was circulating at a fast rate. And because, people weren't able to spend it, they were able to spend it on food deliveries and blah, blah, blah. Now you look at it now. Is it a dead-end job now? Absolutely, I think it is. But like you said, there are stepping stones you got to hit. But then we go even further, right? What is a job? You guys got to change the perception a little bit. A job means responsibility. If you're
that's how you. So Hector, that's how you view a job, right?
Yeah, I feel like that a job is responsibility. No matter even if you were working 15 years old at McDonald's, it shows a level of responsibility that you want to initiate to yourself. You know what I mean? You want to put yourself in a position where you could be responsible and show yourself hey, I'm saving up for something. Then the responsibilities get higher and higher. Then you go out in college and, you want to go out, then you want to pay rent, you want to do a lot of other stuff. Those responsibilities get higher. So, when you have these jobs, it's best to really save up and do something that you actually want to do. For me, one of the reasons why I came to Texas, my dad's a realtor. He's been doing real estate for 15 years. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to DoorDash here in Texas, because I don't know Texas that well. I've learned Texas really quickly in these 2 years. So sometimes what I do, and I don't know if you guys want to get involved, and this is very true, but if you guys see any properties that are distressed, grab that address, try to get that property under contract, and try to sell it to under investors. So you could turn that.
Let me ask you a question, Hector. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Have you watched the Real Estate Dashers channel on YouTube?
No,
I haven't. I
didn't even know
Dude,
that.
So you're speaking. No, you need to check it out. We got to connect because he does exactly what you're talking about. I think it's fascinating. Go ahead and continue though, but go ahead.
Yeah. So basically what people can do is if you see a property, while you're dashing and it looks disgusting, you could do it on Google Maps or on Apple Maps. You could put a pin on it, save that address, look it up. There are websites that you could be able to find out who owns that property. And you could be hey, you call them up and you could even write your own script. Hey, I'm interested in purchasing your property in cash. You just answer simple questions. If they have any taxes that are owed, you have any liens, blah, blah, blah. And then in turn, you get that contract. You could go on another website and, you could look this up on YouTube. This is all legit.
Yeah.
And you could get investors.
It's that's next level door dashing because you're door dashing, but you're scoping out your market for homes.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
So that's the hustle. That's the hustle mentality that you got to go through. And DoorDash is, that's why DoorDash is not a bad app right now. I mean, in today's market is really not that bad. I mean, if you could walk away with $500-$600 in a week, that's not that bad. But for us, the advanced ones, when we do advanced multi-apping, that we increase our numbers to 1,000.
Absolutely, because you could make you could make $500 with DoorDash, but if you're multi-apping, then it's okay, I just made $800 this week because I also did a little Instacart. Yep. That's exactly how I do it. So let me bring you into this conversation because I know you're a multi-apper. You run all the apps. What do you think about some of the topics? Is DoorDash a dead-end job? What do you say to the people that tell you to get a real job, no tip, no trip, all that stuff? What are your thoughts on it?
So my opinion on it is that no and yes, it is. It is if you don't have any ambition, and there's a lot of people. I'll just go off camera because it's dark. But there's a lot of people out here who don't have any dang ambition to further themselves. I try to coach drivers, and there's a bunch of them that are it's such a pain to apply. Why do I have to? Why can't I just work this one? It's you don't have any ambition in your life, or they complain about the opposite. Oh, I'm waitlisted. What's the point? And it's well, at least you're putting forth the effort, and you can't just give up on it. But I know drivers who found the gig activated. Oh, I forgot about it. I didn't even try to work it. Well, you're sitting here complaining to me you're not making any money. That's your own problem because you're not putting forth the effort. and I put videos out, you put videos out, but no tip, no trip. It depends what the service is. Food delivery, yeah, your tip is a bid for my service. Pretty much the same for grocery, full service shopping. But if the app is paying me $20 to go deliver your Walmart, but there's no tip attached, it's still $20 freaking dollars. They're bidding appropriately for my service. I just happen to stack and route my orders appropriately so I can continue making money and try to push into the 30s instead of the 20s, which has been a real struggle lately. So
right.
Let
me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question, because I know some of your goals and ambitions that you shared with me and the community. No, you've shared them with the community overall, right? Because I know you're intertwined with a lot of people and content creators. Like, how have you? Like, what are you still working towards? Are you still on the pace to where you want to be? Like, I know you're probably not going to hit that 100K this year, but my question to you is, and that's fine. That's fine. That's a big goal. But my question to you is, what are you doing to still stay like motivated? Because everything's shifting, right? Ryan talked about it. Hector's talked about it. I used to make this. Now I got to do this. I got to adapt. Like, what are you doing to make sure this isn't a dead end job for you? Does that make sense? Like, how would you answer that question?
Yeah. So I still want to long-term do my businesses, and I'm hoping to have at least something, even if all I can do next summer is go around and offer to do the trimming or weed eating, and I can offer to do that for a fee that takes me half an hour long and make a quick $20-$30. That's still something I can achieve. I have the trimmer now, but I didn't get, I should have been a little more ambitious on asking my neighbors. But what I'm saying is that I can't just keep pushing it to the side, because then I'll never do it. If you keep pushing things off, procrastinating, then you are going to have a dead end job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who have, quote, W-2 job careers, but they never take a risk in life. Life is risky. Take a risk. The worst thing you're going to do is fail and be back at square one where you were anyway. So why are you sitting here not doing much with your life and not at least taking a chance and betting on yourself?
See, I like that, because it goes to what Hector was talking about. He doesn't know Texas, moved to Texas. Dad does real estate. He's out there trying to look at properties, maybe make some calls. He's got his own script. That's betting on yourself. Like, if I've ever heard of it, that's amazing, right? I got a lot of respect for people that are out there trying to hustle and grind like that, and we have to be willing to fail, and not enough of us are willing to do it. I try to talk to people about, like, you got to bet on yourself. Like, take a risk. Like, you're going to fail. That's fine. But at the end of the day, like, this job, in my opinion, like I said in the beginning, it could be a dead end job if you don't have a plan to work towards something, and I think we have to keep thinking about that. I want to keep challenging people in that way. So let me get back to Ryan real quick. Ryan, let me ask you a question. So I don't know how long you've been doing the gig apps, but I'm sure you've heard of the no tip, no trip. Where do you fall into that? Do you think it's actually been positive or negative? Because now a lot of customers, it feels like we're fighting the customers, because customers get mad saying, I shouldn't tip until after I get service and see what it looks like. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've been doing gig really since I started college. So actually, I'm in my senior year now. So I have one more semester, and then I'm hopefully graduated. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different payouts. Obviously throughout all the apps, but especially Doordash. I think obviously they have the lowest payout. If there is no tip, you're going to see $250. That's the thing. I don't think most of the customers understand that. And I know you always bring that up. Some of them are ignorant and some of them just don't care. But personally, myself, I'm not delivering an order that's $250, especially when you see the rising gas prices. I wouldn't have done it regardless, because that's just not, I know how to make money, and that's just not how you do it personally. I could see how tipping afterwards, like I get it with Uber Eats. If maybe that was something implemented with DoorDash, if they had like a tip that was kind of in a queue that would be to the driver afterwards, And it would have to be like a lot of steps in order for the customer to back that tip out, but it would be possible. Otherwise, I see no reason why there shouldn't be a tip on an order. I know, real quick with Grubhub, I know they just partnered with Amazon so that if an individual has Amazon Prime, they don't end up paying those surcharges or any of those fees. So that, you know, I've seen a lot, like the tips are already great with Grubhub, but they're even better now that I've seen that partnership. And I'm
glad to hear that you say that, because I feel like I didn't know what to expect when I saw that deal, because I feel like Grubhub's kind of like the lower tier, like they don't have as much market share. But I feel like if a consumer feels like they're getting a value, like I got no delivery fee or it's a small fee or there's no service fee, they might actually tip more because they feel like they're getting a value. So it's good to see that. It's good to hear that you're seeing some of that.
Yeah. Anytime I have like a discount and I do order out for me and my roommate, and they give me some kind of discount, I give most of that right to the driver because I know how it is. And some people are empathetic that way because they've worked the service industry sometime in their life. I mean, not everyone's this ignorant person who, oh, you don't deserve a tip till after, when in reality, we know that 99.999% of the time, that's not going to happen. They're never going to post tip. They're going to forget about it. I got my food. I don't care.
Right. I believe that. Hector, what do you say, man? What's your thoughts on it? Do you think it's been a good or bad thing for us delivery drivers? Is no tip, no trip movement?
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. It sucks when people don't tip. It shows the ignorance. And I guarantee you, like 7 out of 10 people, they have somebody that works for Doordash. 7 out of 10 at least.
Oh, you think it's that high?
Somebody in their family works for Doordash. That's a guarantee. I guarantee you that.
You think it's that high? 7 out of 10? Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll do 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Oh, wow. Even higher. Okay. I like it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, look, it's just like this. It's like, yo, I'm telling you, there's people out there that show their phone and people that order this food service and they're like, look, I got $2.50. These people are crazy. And the other people are like, oh, they don't deserve a tip or stuff like that. It's just the ignorance that that people put in their head, that they don't believe that we're supposed to tip, that they're not supposed to tip to us. And I think is BS. It's honestly BS. Like, for example, one of the other things, I don't know if you guys ever got pissed off, and anybody could speak on this, but you know what's one thing that really pisses me off more than a no tip, no trip? When somebody tips less than 30 cents. That really grinds my gears.
Hold on. What do you mean? You mean like you would rather not get a tip?
I'd rather get
somebody tipping you like 10 cents or something.
Like for example, have you guys ever taken an order that was like $6 and 3 miles, and you click the finish and it says 0 tip because it's been there for a long time?
We all have.
Yep.
I got an order last week to go deliver. Was Taco Cabana. It was the exact same price, and I go drop it off, and the tip was 30 cents. He gave me 30 cents tip.
That's crazy.
And I text the guy back. I was like, the most disrespectful thing you could do to a human is tip 30 cents. I was like, don't tip at all. I told him straight up because...
Let me say this. Be careful, because sometimes when you text them things to those customers, you can get deactivated if the customer takes it to the next level. And you know that, there's been plenty of times I've wanted to say something or do something. I've been tipped 2 pennies. Like literally somebody gave me their 2 cents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it gets you fired up, right? Because like, what, really? And I think that some people do it to be cute because they think they're funny. I think another percentage of customers do it because they're rounding up their bill. So let's say that total was $39.98. He says, "Oh, I just want it to be $40. So I'm gonna put 2 cents." I've seen it in the restaurant industry all the time. Servers come up to you, Pedro, man, this guy just tipped me 50 cents on a $50 bill. It's because the total came with tax to $49.50, and they wanted it to even it out. So some people are just ignorant that way.
Yeah, Pedro, actually, me and you actually do the same thing because I used to be a waiter for 5 years in Brooklyn.
Yeah, so
I already know exactly.
You know how people think about it. And I think some people, like it could be for the 30 cents or whatever it was that you talked about. When the apps, this is a very small percentage, right? They think they're tipping $3, but they forgot to hit the extra 0. And I think there's some people just don't know how to use the apps. But yeah, I mean, for me, like if a customer's tipping that low just to be cute, they suck. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like that's just rude in my opinion. But I'd rather you leave me nothing.
Right. Yeah. But like, but real quick before I finish, but yeah, so I had texted him that, and he tells me this is what he texts me back. He says, "Oh, I don't have enough money to tip extra. I'm sorry, I'm broke." And I literally said, if you cannot tip, don't use the app. Pick up a spatula and learn how to fry an egg.
No, listen,
That's
Hector,
what I said.
next time, listen. Tell them to make a sandwich. Tell them to make a sandwich. Tell them to make a sandwich.
Yeah, there you go. And, usually I'm a
that's
charming guy. I let that stuff go, but this past week has been kind of bad. I don't know if anybody else had a bad week. I know Pedro, you had a good week, so congratulations.
It was okay. It was okay. Yeah. I did Uber rideshare, so Uber rideshare has really been helping me. There's been some promotions. I've been picking people up, and a lot of people don't like passengers, but I don't mind having people in my car, so it's been okay. But the DoorDash has definitely slowed down. I've been doing less and less DoorDash just about every week for the last probably 6 months, and I'm okay with that. But I've adapted. I've started doing more Instacart, Uber Eats, Uber rideshare, and it's working out okay. So. Listen, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. I got some people waiting. I'm going to bring them in. Ryan, Hector, Bud Soda. Appreciate the support. Appreciate your thoughts on this. And you guys have a good night, okay?
All right, Pedro.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to get into – all right. We got X Gigger, Thomas, and John McKillian waiting. I'll get to you guys in a moment. Let me get into the live chat. See who we got. Any new faces in here? Delivering with Carrie. I see Southwesto. 30 cents is an insult. Omaria. Omafarius 86. 0.01. Same here. Don't even bother. Yeah, it's crazy. Laura. Vicent Photography. Shout out. At Pedro Santiago. Can you share the link to join in again? Yes, I will share it in one moment. We got Payman. What up, Payman? Always nice to see you. Paveway J. Dam. Real Talk Roy says, you obviously took order on the face value. Don't complain when there is no tip or weak tip. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. We take it at face value, but I think Roy would even agree with this because he does pizza delivery. When you take a job and somebody don't tip, you're like, come on, leave a tip. And I've even seen Roy get mad at that. I've seen it. So I think it's just a human reaction. Sin City Deliveries, what up? We got a Pedro Two-Face. I don't know what that means, but hey, appreciate you being here, my friend. He has a channel. Go check him out. Sin City Deliveries. He talks about his experience in Vegas. He does Top Dasher. He works toward Top Dasher, and he gives you his experiences as market. Go check it out. Actually, I don't agree with everything Sin City Deliveries is the way he does things, but his channel is really good. It's very entertaining. I watch it, and I'll give him that. It's extremely entertaining. I like his wit, his charisma. So even if he doesn't like what I do, I appreciate what he does, actually. So let's see what else he's got to say here. Why even take an order that would give you a low tip? Makes no sense to complain about. Well, that's what I don't, I think it's normal human behavior to complain. I think some of us look at it differently. Some of us will just complain or not complain. I think we're humans. I think we all complain about something. And some people would say you're silly for complaining about it. And others would say you're not. I think that's just human nature. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring in, let me see what we got here. Let's see. I got members making $1,600 a week in my market. Hey, that's great, man. That's great. And I think what's amazing is, I'm going to bring up this banner. What's amazing is, and I think what we have to do as content creators, right? I'm going to put this in here, get a real job, because we're going to talk about that with these guys. What's amazing about YouTube is we have a lot of content creators from all over the country. And I think what the gig apps do is, and I think a lot of them are laughing at us, each market's different based on saturation, whether over saturation or there's not enough drivers, demographics of consumers and their spending, the closeness, right? The density of your population. Because I'll say this in city deliveries, and we could do a challenge. I'd be up for that. I could make the same as you make with your Top Dasher status and me having a 10% acceptance rate. I get the same orders you get. I get $20 Petco orders, PetSmart. I get $30, $40, and my acceptance rate's trash. So I feel like it's very market specific. So as content creators, we do have a responsibility to kind of say that, because I think that when we tell, hey, if you're Top Dasher, you're going to make more money, that's not always necessarily true in every market, right? So for me in my St. Louis market, being a Top Dasher, I think in my opinion will be trash, because I still see really good orders with my very low acceptance rate. And I've proven that, and I've literally have more videos talking about that than anybody on YouTube. So I would say that, but I do appreciate your opinion because it's your fact in your market, which is great. And I like it, man. So keep making those videos. Appreciate it all day long. All right. Let's go ahead and get in. We got X-Gigger, we got Thomas, and we got John McKillian. He's traveling the nation. John just stopped by and saw Roy delivering with Ellen, and he's on his way to St. Louis to the gig conference. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's bring these people in. I'm going to bring you guys in all at the same time. All right, so X-Gigger, Thomas, and John, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. John, I'm going to start with you. Oh, is that what? Is that? Oh, Lord, is that my dude?
Cheers, bro.
Steve? Listen, hold on. I'm going to get to X-Gigger and Thomas because they were here first. But before I do that, you guys are drinking a beer without me. I'm a little offended, not going to lie, but it's okay. I love it, man. Love it. Love
Here's
this
the
community. Listen, I love what you guys do for this community. Steve, I caught some of your live earlier. Love the motivational things you're doing, John, over there. Can't wait to meet you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Hope you guys are having a good night. So let's kick off this conversation. I want to start with X-Gigger. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts about what we're talking about tonight?
Oh, yeah. Wanted to say, okay. So I wanted to say that firstly, I appreciate you and your content.
Thank you.
Now, my thoughts in regards is gig like a real job. I think it is. My name is X-Gigger because I used to do it and I stopped just because my market, things were not going good in my market. But I loved gig. It was so convenient, being able to wake up at 8 o'clock, coming back at like 2 o'clock to have lunch, and then going back in the evening and making like anywhere from $150 to $200 a day, and having that flexibility. I loved it. I feel like the only time gig is not worth it is if you're in a terrible market or if you don't know how to do it properly, so you're not really making enough money. But that's kind of on you. That's not really the gig's fault, because in my market, Doordash just it's not good anymore. I don't know. It just doesn't work. Yeah. So, but I noticed that when I needed to make money, I would drive like 20 minutes to a different city, and that city had a tipping culture. So it was worth it for me because I would make minimum $15 from like a delivery, as opposed to my market where it's like $5 usually.
But you knew that, and like you said, you knew that, so you had to go and figure that out for yourself, and you weren't mad at DoorDash. You say, hey, I got to figure it out. I got to know where to work. Where's the money? So
yeah. And honestly, like, I think that but yeah, there are some immature people in the gig industry. So they blame everything on gig, but it is a job. You got to wake up, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the hours, and at the end of the day, also when it comes to taxes, you got to know what to write off so that you'll make more money.
Absolutely. Great point. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all I want to say for now.
I love it. So I might have missed it, and pardon me if I did, but what market did you work in? Because you said you used to do gig work. So where, if you don't mind sharing, what market was that?
Oh, okay. So it's a town called Covington in Louisiana. That's where I used to do gig.
So is that kind of a smaller market, I would say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you had to travel that 20 miles or 20 minutes to go to an area where historically you can get better tips and make a little bit more money.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the tourist areas, they were also pretty good as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Thomas, what do you think about these topics tonight? What are your thoughts on it? What are you thinking about?
So what are the topics? You said something about the. Can you say the topics again?
Yeah, so we're talking about what do you feel about when you hear people say, "Hey, Thomas, get a real job," or how do you feel when people say this type of work is a dead end job? What do you say to those people? How do you feel when you hear people say that?
I disagree because I dash quite a bit, and I work a W-2 as well, and sometimes I'll make more money in doing the dashing than I will doing the W-2 job. And a lot of times too, for the way I see it is, I can only work 2-3 hours a couple times a day versus a real job through like a W-2, we have to work 8 hours straight. So we have the flexibility to do stuff between working. And then, so how's that not a real job when we're still making the same amount of money, working less hours? And
yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. So how long have you? I know you've been on the show before.
yep.
At least I think you have. Yeah, you look very familiar.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
So what would you say? Well, how long have you been doing this? Let me ask you that.
Like a little bit over a year.
Okay. And what do you? And you might not have an answer for it, and that's fine. But maybe you do, and you want to share it. What do you? Or are you working towards something? Where do you see yourself in a couple of years? You obviously do this, but you have a W-2. Like, is there something that you're working towards, and do you have goals and aspirations, or are you doing this in the meantime because it's a great opportunity?
Well, I'm probably going to go back to school pretty soon, so I'm going to probably try to, like, I'm doing my W-2, and then I'm going to save up money from Doordash and all this stuff to try to see if I can go back to school to get a better career basically in the future. But after that, yeah. But just temporary, because with all the wear and tear in my car and everything as well, like, I don't want to have to buy a new car in a couple of years, so I don't want to be doing it too much longer,
Yeah. So you've got so for me, you're working towards something. You're going to school. You understand that this job maybe could be dead end if you don't take control of your surroundings and have an idea of what you want to do. And I think in my opinion, this works really good to do it part-time or part-time-ish. And then also maybe have a W-2 or another way to make money. I think most of us can't do it full-time. I think about maybe 1% of us or less can do it full-time for a sustainable amount of time. Like, we're talking several years and actually just have that. And that's the only money that they got coming in. I think it would be very hard for most people. But I'm glad to hear about the school thing, man. That's good. Keep grinding. Ex-gigger, let me ask you a question. Do you ever think you'll come back to the gig economy?
I've been tempted,
Okay.
but if I was to come back, it definitely would not be on a full-time basis just because I experienced that and I love that experience. But life has changed and I don't think I'll be able to do it full-time. But part-time once in a while, sure. Like in my market, if you do Instacart on the weekends, usually and weekend mornings, you usually make a lot of money. So that's something I probably would consider doing because it's easy money as opposed to, I don't know, doing DoorDash just in my area.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do it maybe once in a while, sure, but not not as a full-time thing.
Yeah. I get it. Guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to see I think we got a few more people that want to come in, and appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate the support. Appreciate your thoughts. Have a great night. Okay.
Yep. Nice to see you, Pedro.
All right. You too, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in, Next Gigger. Okay. Great conversations there. So Sin City Delivery says, as long as you can make enough money to pay your bills and have a few extra dollars, you are good. You know what? That's a great way of looking at stuff. Because I think a lot of times, and I said this before, the American dream and how we make money and how we value things and how we value time more now than ever before is shifting. And a lot of people don't like when I say that. A lot of people don't like when it's said by anybody, but it is. The American dream is different. It's shifting. The new millennials or whatever we want to call them, or the young, I'll just call them younger people. Okay. They value time and balance and working on other things and flexibility more than any other generation. There's been studies about it. This is a fact of how they view things, right? So before, like our grandparents, let's say, and even our parents, but mostly our grandparents, right? That age, right? Or maybe your great grandparents, depending on how old you are, maybe your parents, depending on how old you are. They valued the white picket fence. I got to have a house. I need a mortgage. I need a pension. I need a 9-to-5, and I want my weekends off. That was their American dream. That's not most young people. That's not their American dream. That's not how they're making money. That's not how they don't look at that salary. Not all, but some. They don't look at a particular salary as the benchmark of success. I think that's great. I could be, some of you I might not agree with that, But for me, I do value my work-life balance more than anything else. And I'm extremely lucky that I'm able to make a decent living while doing gig economy, YouTube, couple vending machines, and some consulting. I'm extremely lucky. I know that. But I've worked hard as well. But I'm also not that younger generation. I'm 40. I'm not 25, right? But a lot of people that are that age, I have a brother that's about that age. He values things differently than I did at that age. At that age, when I was 25, I was like, I need a salary. I need this. I need a 401k. These are important things. But the workforce right now is really shifted. The way people value their time and their money is changing. And I think we all realize that, but some people just haven't caught up, I don't think. Okay, so let's get into this topic right here. Now I'm going to get into live chat. I did share. I think we have somebody waiting. Hold on. Let me, who do we got in here? Oh, we got Laura. Okay, so Laura, I'm going to bring you in 1 second. Sorry for the late delay on sharing that. I also want to talk about, if anybody wants to, what is free speech? And is hate speech free speech? I guess it is technically, but if I come on here and start bashing a particular set of people and I'm ignorant about it and I say, oh, it's free speech, I can say what I want. There's truth in that, but there are consequences. And when the consequences come, be willing to take the lashings, right? So if anybody wants to talk about that tonight, we can as well. Or we can continue to talk about the juicy topic of dead-end job, get a real job, no tip, no trip, is it backfiring, all that good stuff. Now, before we bring Laura in, okay, I'm going to put up the number. So I think I might have missed some text. Oh, I did. Let me go ahead and text. Got a couple texts I got to send the StreamYard links in. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. So if you're still with me, some of those texts might have came in a little earlier. There's the StreamYard link right there, okay, for those people. Now, I do want to talk about some featured channels. I forgot to do that earlier. So there's a gentleman called Fritz Morris. I just saw his channel, I think, yesterday. You know, with YouTube, you look at things and some things pop up and he's like, oh, who's this guy? He did a video about Uber and how they hide tips, and he proved it kind of how I did a couple weeks ago, because they do. And I just thought it was very informative. He has other Doordash videos as well. So check out Fritz Morris. That's how you spell it. If anybody in the chat wants to put a link into his channel, please feel free to do that, okay? And then the other one is Gig Work Dad, spelled just like that on YouTube. Feel free to put a link in. He does a lot of Spark lately, but he's got a cool channel. I think he's out also in the Vegas area, along with Roy and Sin City Deliveries. Go check out those guys, Gig Work Dad and Fritz Morris. And feel free to put a link in the live chat if you guys like. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to put up. Okay, we got Laura in here. I'm not going to make her wait any longer. Let me get back to the comments, though. Let's see. Jason is Todd. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. I'm going to bring Laura in, but is Jason Todd? I don't know. Where's Jason? I don't see him in here. He's got the link. I put the link in. Listen, Jason, if you're watching this and that's your real name and you were the Todd that I made the video about, you got the TikTok. I think your TikTok name, something about I can't remember. But it's like arguing with liberals or something. Hey, I would love to bring you in, bro. I'm ready. If you're ready, I won't hold back. I know you won't hold back. We can have a fantastic conversation. Don't be afraid. The water feels good. You might get some people that call you clowns in the chat. Based on what you do on TikTok, I don't think you care. I think you like the smoke. I like the smoke as well. So appreciate the $9.99. Appreciate that. Let's bring Laura in the chat. I don't know, Gary, if that's him or not, but anybody can come in here. So if that's him, this show is going to go next level. Let's bring Laura in right now. Give her a second to get ready. Okay. Hello. How are you?
Hi. Good.
You can hear me. Okay. Obviously, you can hear me because you just answered. So, what's going on? What do you think about these topics tonight? How's your week been?
It was not great. In the Phoenix, Arizona area, it has been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I went out one morning because I was going to go breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and trying to make 100, and I made like $6.50 one order in the morning. And I'm like, I hate mornings, so getting up that early I was like, I'm not doing. I did it a couple times, and I was like, it's just not worth it. Half the restaurants aren't even open. So, yeah, it's been pretty terrible. Tuesday was a good day, and that was it. Rest of the week just was horrible. But I wanted to come on here, and you were talking about taking a risk and how this is a dead end job and all this stuff. Well, as you know, I'm trying to do the photography thing also. So my plan, if I can, I mean, it's kind of scary to do it, but I plan on traveling and dashing and taking photographs. And I know there's other markets that are better than where I'm at. So I'm waiting on a settlement check. As soon as I get that, I'm going to go for it. And that's, you know, what a real job. If that isn't a real job allowing me to do that, I mean, you know, I have freedom in this job that I don't have in a W-2.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. What are some of the places you're looking to go to in the near future that you're looking forward to?
Where it's cooler. For one,
so what was it today?
Work in this heat.
Yeah, you guys have been over like 100 for several weeks now, just about, right?
We have been. In this last week, it got up to 114.
Oh, that's great. That's what. So today, I think we got 102 in St. Louis. It's been like that a couple times, but we got some cool weather coming this week, which is nice. But I couldn't 114. Just that's nuts.
I put it in the comments all the time. I can't do groceries. I mean, I can't go up 3 flights of stairs with a bunch of groceries and come back down and go back up in the heat. Like, it's just insane. Yeah. And then get a $5 less tip.
It's wild to think about a place like where you live, right? It's so hot. Think about that customer. Right? I know they're paying fees and I get it. Inflation, things are expensive, but think about that. They don't have to, they don't tip because they don't have to technically, but they don't. But then they don't have to bring those groceries up a couple stairs. They don't have to use their gas. They don't have to deal with the heat. They don't have to sweat. So yeah, that's why I get on those consumers, man. Like, if you can't leave a tip for a worker that's shopping for you, using their own car, bringing groceries to your door in 114-degree weather, you suck. I'm sorry, you just do. That's just there's nobody can tell me. You can tell me different. I just won't agree with you, but you suck as a human being if your level of consideration is that low. That's just, it says a lot about your personality, in my opinion, you know?
Right. And I've dealt a couple times by accident in the stacked orders where you can't really tell always what you're getting, where I've dealt with people and they are the ones that won't tip, that are horrible. They are just horrible. Yeah. I mean, there was this one that was recent. I waited like 5 or 10 minutes in the lobby for this guy, and he wouldn't text me. And then 20 minutes later, when I've already called, customer service and already dealt with all that, he's texting me, "Where's my order?" Like, yeah, it's crazy. Dude, I texted you like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. And I think, I do think there's a very small percentage of consumers that I get it. These fees are crazy. Inflation, like I said, is high. Like, I do understand that. I'm empathetic to those things. But at the same time, like, typically, like, we're using our own cars and fuel and time, and we shouldn't we got to take the best offers. And typically the best offers are going to be the ones that have tips. And most of the time, it could be a $10 or $20 order and there's no tip attached, but that's so random and not often that we have to just continue to take the ones that are good. And most of the ones that are good are going to have a tip on it. That's just the way the system works. And most consumers that don't leave a tip are the ones, like you said, Laura, they give you bad delivery instructions. They're not ready. They're a little needy. There's always kind of maybe an issue, at least in my experience for the few that I've taken. So why even open up that box of, most consumers that are going to tip. Yeah. Most consumers that are going to tip you up front are going to be the ones that are a little more kind. And that's the kind of consumer I want to deal with. And some people might not agree with that, but it makes my life a little less stressful. So that's why I do it. So.
Right. Yeah. Back to your question. I'm basically going to go to the Northwest. That's my goal. I'm waiting on a settlement check, and I'm going to be out of here because I just want, I'm not happy where I'm living either. So I just want to go and travel, and I'm taking a risk. I know, but like you were saying, risk, I'm going to take it because it's, it may be now or never. I don't know. I could die tomorrow. So,
I think for some people, taking a risk is like, some people might look at it like, oh, well, you shouldn't. You got to be smart, and you got to, don't take a risk if you're not, at the end of the day, like you just said, like we're not promised tomorrow, number one. And number two, if you really want to try something, if you're passionate about something, you have to take a risk. You have to be okay with failing, right? You have to be okay with hearing the word no. Maybe it doesn't work the first time, because there's value. You could learn something from that, right? A lot of really successful people have heard the word no and they failed many times, right? And at the end of the day, like what are we really doing in this world if we don't do things that we love, right? Like we got to pay bills. I get it. We all have to pay bills. We have responsibilities. Some of us have kids. We don't have kids. Maybe we have a parent that we're caring for. Whatever you have dogs. Whatever your situation is. But I got one life. Like I have to be also willing to do things that I'm interested in that give me joy, and you have to be willing to try to strive towards something, and I respect you for doing that. I really do. And just know that if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that that's your end. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, this is the most, like, taking photographs and, having the eye for it, has really thrown me for a loop. I was going to school for psychology and and everything. And then I kind of quit that for a while. I didn't like the direction it was going in this other culture that is being developed in our country. And I wasn't wanting to work in the field. And then at the same time, I got the eye surgery done. And, with everybody saying how good it was, I was like, you know what? I want to pursue this. And I mean, it's going to take time and with inflation and everything, but you know what? It's one of those things where I'm like, it's now or never. What if I never get an opportunity in this moment to do this? So I got the money, or at least I hope I'm going to get it any day now. And I'm going to just do it. I mean, if it doesn't work, I can always come back to where I am.
There you go. And you know what? You just said it. If it doesn't work, you still have to know, okay, what's my next move? Right? If this doesn't pan out the way I want, okay, what's my plan B? What's my fallback? Right? But and that's okay. But if you're never going to know unless you try. You have to. I quit. This isn't what I did. I don't recommend to everybody. I quit a really good job. Right? Gave notice, quit, whatever, because I wasn't completely happy, and I knew that there was something I wanted to. That I valued my time more, and I was working way too much. Working on somebody else's time. And I said, you know what? I could do the gig apps full time. I could make a decent amount. I could hustle, and then I could build towards something else. And I've never been happier in my life. But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't have made all these connections with people on YouTube. I wouldn't spend the quality time I spend with my girlfriend and my beautiful 1-year-old daughter. I wouldn't be able to see my nephew and my family as much as I do. So there's value in taking a risk if you do it the right way. And I believe that. And I really commend you for doing that. And please share your journey with us if you're willing, and talk about your YouTube channel a little bit if you want. You can plug that before we go on to the next one.
Plug it again. Laura Vescent Photography. You could just hit my button and it'll take you there.
It'll take you there.
And I just made a video from Boston where I went, which it was my first trip to the East Coast, so that was cool. Mm-hmm. I went to see a group there that will not be named. Okay. And, in Boston, one of the most famous groups from there. Okay. And me and my best friend went there, and unfortunately there was a falling out with me and her on that trip. Haven't spoken since.
Yeah, no,
but it just, some true colors came through and it was done. But toxic people need to be gone. So
they do. I know about that. Sometimes you have to. You got to watch who you surround yourself with, and people change too. You have old friends that maybe they're not your friends, and what I'm saying, we change as people.
I outgrew her.
So,
is what it is. I outgrew her. So if you come check out my channel, please. I need followers. I'm trying to grow it. I've only got like 28 right now. Mm-hmm. And I've been up there for a few months now. And people view a lot, and I've noticed this with other channels, but they don't do the thumbs up. And I think that's important.
Well, no, it is.
I have all these views, but barely any thumbs up.
Yes. So I'll share this with you. I'm very humble and lucky to get the views that I get when I put a video out. It's really nice. But most of my views actually come from non-subscribers, and that's how YouTube works. So a lot of channels, about half of the people that watch won't even be a subscriber, but they still watch, which is good. And most people don't give a thumbs up, but that helps the algorithm and stuff. All I would say is, hey, keep making videos. You know, all it takes is 1 or 2. Like, you just have to keep making content if you enjoy it, and the followers will come at some point. So you just don't be discouraged by
so long. Mine takes so long to do.
Yeah, and it's a really niche. What you're doing is really a niche kind of a deal, right? And your channel is very different than somebody like me, where I just sit here and ramble and rant and give my opinion all day. People like that, right? So it's easy for me to get some people to come in.
If I can get on camera shy, then maybe it'll help a little bit.
Yeah. Well, keep grinding, keep going.
But I got on here tonight, and I did do that last time. So.
And you did great. This is the second time you've been on, so in just about a month or so. So that's great. Appreciate you coming in, and safe travels, happy trip, and definitely, guys, go check out her channel. Okay, appreciate you. Thanks. Have a good night.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, some good people in here tonight. Now, I want to get into the live chat, because I know y'all always talking some good stuff over there. Now, I wanted to see, I'm going to put this up one more time. I feel like you guys are talking about it in the live, and we can talk about it a little bit here. This is a saucy topic, but I'm ready for anything. Now, Jason, somebody said the guy from TikTok. I don't think he's coming in. It's fine. I know that I'm a very intimidating 160 pound man from St. Louis. I know I'm intimidating. I'm the smartest guy on YouTube. Okay, all these things are false. Anyways, I don't know why he wouldn't want to come in, but it probably wasn't him. But what do you guys think about? Because listen, anybody's welcome here. You guys know that. Anybody can come in. What is free speech? Is hate speech free speech? Technically, it is. We've talked about it, right? But if you're coming on here on any platform and you're spewing ridiculous nonsense, and listen, I'm guilty of it. I spew ridiculous nonsense sometimes. I've done things that I'm not necessarily proud of on YouTube. It's all there. It is what it is. We're humans. We make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's the smartest. Nobody knows everything. But why do people hide behind a free speech? Why? Somebody let me know. Somebody come in and tell me why it's okay to mock people, why it's okay to say, I don't like this, and I can say what I want. And then I feel like people hide behind that. I feel like people are rude, racist sometimes, right? Like they're just, they're just spewing ridiculousness. Oh, I can say what I want. And that's what they say. And then if they say that, everybody's supposed to say, oh, okay, you know what? You're right. You can say whatever you want. I shouldn't have an opinion about it. Come on. Somebody give me something. I'll stay in the chat and read it. But at the end of the day, there's consequences there's consequences for free speech. And you got to be willing to take your lashings and be called out. That's my point. Pedro like 6'3". I'm not 6'3". I would listen, if I was 6'3", no lie, this is what do the kids say? Cap or no cap? No cap, right? No cap. If I was 6'3", I would have played professional ball somewhere. I wouldn't have been in the NBA. Maybe I would have played overseas. I would have did something if I was 6'3". Trust me. I'm 5'9", 5'10" with shoes. Okay. Yeah, easy thing. Yeah. I'd be if I was 6'3", I'd be living a whole another life. Okay. It's their paradigm. If your opinion does not fit their paradigm, then what you're saying is false. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But the solution to that is more speech, just absolutely destroying their very poor and bad arguments. Yeah. And it's fun to, I enjoy having conversations with people that think differently. I've had several conversations on YouTube about that. Even friends and family, we have, we talk about this subject and hot topics, and we talk about what's going on in the world. And I enjoy it because, I like to learn things. I like to learn somebody else's perspective. What got them to that ideology? What got them to that thought process? What got them to be so passionate about this? And you can learn things from that, right? But there are some things, there's not many, but there are some things that at the face value, if you say or act or feel that way, in my opinion, you're a clown, a fool, an idiot. And I will, that tortilla slap challenge you see on like the internet or whatever. If I had a tortilla in my hand, I would legit slap you across the face And hey, I take my consequences afterwards. Maybe I get beat up. Maybe I don't. But there are some people that need a rude awakening because their opinions or their free speech, I look at it as hate speech. I look at it as, I'm not a cancel culture guy. Trust me. I've said things in my prior younger life that I should have been maybe canceled for, whatever these new people are saying. I'm not about that. But I am about looking at things and saying, hey, that's bad. And I think it's okay to call out those kind of things. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Let's see. Safety. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pedro or Luca? Not Pedro. That's for damn sure. Let's see. Some people need to just learn when not to talk. Ooh, Gary coming in with the hot facts there. Yes. And I'm probably one of those people. Listen, I know there's sometimes I need to shut up, and I'm aware of that, and I'm good with that. But Gary brings up a great point. Yes, great point. Pedro, what would you bring to the NBA if you weren't? Pedro, what would you bring to the NBA if you went, bro? What type of player? Oh, stable. I don't know if I can talk about NBA right now. I mean, I still play, even to this day. If I was 6'3", I think my game would be probably. Who would I compare myself to? I don't want to bore you guys. I don't know. I'm a really good shooter, playmaker. That's what I would say. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Love it. Okay, let's see. So I don't think anybody else wants to come in. I'll share the link one more time, and then we'll just stay in the chat. How about that? I'll paste it one more time for you guys. Copy the clipboard. Okay. We got some new people in here. I love all you guys coming in, showing the love, showing the support. Bring it on, Gary, says Roy. I missed something there. Okay, Muggsy. Yeah, here we go. If I was playing in the NBA right now, I wouldn't be able to do anything. So Muggsy Bogues, he played in the league. He was 5'3". Love it. So Patrick says, I'm a little dude, 5'10". 175, in my opinion, is not little. But I guess it's all a matter of perspective, right? They go to Kevin or Kenneth. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I want to show you, for all of you guys that are just coming in, I'm going to show this video real quick. We're talking about, is DoorDash and the gig economy a dead-end job? What do we say to people that tell us to get a real job? Get a real job. Get a real job. That's just people. If I had a tortilla for every time somebody said that to somebody I worked with or me, if I had a tortilla, I'd have a lot of them, and I would slap each and every one of them with a tortilla on both sides of the face. I just think it's funny to talk about because there's just people look down at the service industry. Some people, not a lot. Some people look down. Most people don't. Most people treat us well, with respect. They're kind. They tip us, they don't, but they're still kind, whatever. But there are a subset of human beings that look down upon us and tell us to get a real job. And right now, if I snap my fingers like Thanos, and everybody that did DoorDash and Instacart and everybody that worked at a pizza place delivering pies or a server or the Taco Bell or McDonald's front end person or the person flipping burgers at White Castle, if we all got real jobs, the world would implode tomorrow. All the Todds and the Jasons and the Karens and the Shamikas and the Pedros and everybody in the world would go to Starbucks and Taco Bell, or they'd go somewhere to Applebee's, or they try to place their Instacart order and they wouldn't get their goods and services, and people would lose their mind if everybody had a real job. It's laughable. The entitlement is hilarious. Real job. Pedro's tortillas. Yeah, I see it. So let me show you this right here. She said it better than I could. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen.
The whole concept of a real job out the window. At the end of the day, we're all just doing things to make money. Whether you're doing something that you love to do or something that you feel like you have to do to make money, that's where the concept of a job comes in. Just because you went to college and got a degree in something does not mean that you have to get a job relating to that degree. What you learned should be the reward enough. Two of the things I love to do: drive around, listen to music. I also love to make money and hang out with my friends. So tonight, I'm gonna DoorDash. Gonna pick up my friend, listen to some music, explore new neighborhoods. I've worked in restaurants for so long. Be nice to your delivery drivers. Be nice to people working in restaurants. and tip them. They're service workers. And at the end of the day, we're all just trying to make money. Stay tuned to see who I bring on to my little Dash cast.
She said it way better than I could, right? More articulate than I. So, yeah, that's what I would say to those people. It's a fun thing to talk about, okay? So let's get into... Now, let me ask you guys a question here. Well, I know I'm going to do this. We're going to do a live delivery tonight. We're going to see how that delivery goes. The last time we did a live order was 2 weeks ago. We did Uber Eats, and I proved the concept of Uber hiding tips because I tipped $20, and they showed the driver $8.29, right? So it's been proved, but there's clowns out here that say they don't, but it's fine. We like to prove the clowns wrong because clowns want attention, right? So let's go ahead and put in, let's see here. Make sure we don't have. Roy's always talking something crazy. Listen, Roy needs a girlfriend. Listen, Roy's a single man. And for all the other single men out there, if you're single, put a thumbs up emoji in the chat. We need to get these single guys some dates. We need to. Roy's thirsty. He needs some water. I know he's laughing that I just said that. I imagine him sitting in his room. He's laughing right now. I love it. Let's see. What's this? Depends on the mileage on how much the will or won't show. Very, very true. But let me ask you a question, Sin City Deliveries. Do you think Uber hides tips? In a different fashion than DoorDash, but I 100% agree. Because in my market, when they show me $11, every single order's been up. It's been more. So what do you think about that? Let me get your opinion on that. Let's see. If you deliver in a Fiat, you should get halfway to delivery before the car breaks down. Okay, so look, we got I'm single. Chris says I'm single. But Soda says I'm single. Hold on. Let me see. Chris says boom. Rico Dash. But so look at all the single dudes. I love it. Sometimes I wish I was single, but then I'm happy I got a girl. So I don't know. Single life's good. Okay, here we go. 100% different way. It is very hard to figure that out. Yes, it is hard, but they do it. And I've proved it. But it is more difficult on Uber Eats. That is true. But they definitely hide the tip that is already there. I think the reason they do it is because with DoorDash, you can't really take that tip back unless you call support, and it's more difficult. With Uber, you could change the tip in the middle of the delivery. You could change the tip and make a tip in the beginning, in the middle, before you even get it, and afterwards up to so many hours. So they make it, I think Uber is protecting themselves, but at the end of the day, if I tip $20 on the app, the driver should see that in the beginning. That's how I feel. What did Roy say? Please, LOL, they have to pay me. Oh, Lord, here we go. Married to the game. Love it. But says it's still single. Nobody wants to put up with a guy who works. Well, listen, Bud Soda. I bet if you had a girlfriend or whatever, a significant other, you'd work less because you would need to, right? Let's see here. I know for a fact they do have a $2 base pay and they will show up to 8 of the customer's tip. Yep. Facts. My base pay is very different on Uber Eats, but when I see $11, the base pay is always $3. It shows me $8 tip and it goes up 100% of the time on hundreds of orders. So my hidden tip indicator on Uber Eats is $11. And when I see that, it's always more. So I always jump right on those. As long as the miles ain't crazy, I'm always on that. And sometimes it goes up 2 pennies, 8 cents. Sometimes it goes up $10. It's wild, but that is what it is. But we do have people out here saying Uber doesn't hide tips. They do. They absolutely do. And I proved it 2 weeks ago. It was fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and do, I think it's that time. Let's do a live order. Let's do it. I'm going to get you guys' opinion. Last time, I guess 2 weeks ago, was obviously Uber Eats. So I feel like it's probably been about a month since we've done a DoorDash live order. So why don't we do one? And I want to ask you guys, one time I haven't left a tip on DoorDash and it came, okay, because it always usually will. And I tipped her $20 in cash, but she was like really new. She had no idea what she was doing. Should I leave a tip this time or not? What do you guys think? I'll look at the chat for your answer. Appreciate everybody being in here. Hit the thumbs up. I have no idea how many thumbs up we got. Y'all know me. I have no problem asking for a thumbs up. So if you haven't hit it yet, hit that thumbs up. For all the guests that came in, the videos we talked about. Okay. You know what? I do have cash. I have 2 $20 bills. Actually, in my car right now. So I could tip $20 to this person. My issue is I don't want to wait that long. And I feel like if you don't tip, the chances of you maybe waiting could go up, right? I could be wrong, though. It's hard to say 100%. But I like to tip beforehand because I preach that here. But at the end of the day, I like to test theories out. I like to see. I like to give you guys an experience. I like to entertain you. You guys like the live food orders. So I do them mostly for you guys. I'm not going to lie. But it's also, you're getting a little bit of like real life experience out here on what kind of Dasher shows up, what kind of Uber Eats driver shows up. Do they follow instructions? Do they not? Right now, my porch light is on. My decorative lights are on in the front. It's all on. You can see my address. So like if I have it leave it at the door or whatever, it's really safe for the driver. I did that before. I always leave good instructions. So there should be virtually no issues. Tip 40, tip 40, tip 40. Ah, man, $40 is a big tip. I'm not going to lie. We spent a lot of money this week on the catering for the gig conference. So I don't think I'm going to tip 40, but I can tip 20. I think a $20 tip for a couple of miles is pretty good. What do y'all think? Let's see. Okay, let's see. What up, Joseph? Bud Soda. Joshua, Chris. What up, Eugene? What up, Joe? Appreciate you guys being here. Christopher, what up? 20. I think 20 is a good tip. If I ever get tipped $20, I'm always happy. Even if I don't even care if it's $400 worth of food. Like if I get a $20 tip, I'm good. I don't even care. The subtotals or indications of what a good tip could be. But somebody tips me $20, man, I'm straight. I just am. Okay. 20 is a huge. Yeah, I think that's a very, very. Most of the time when you get a $20 tip, it's probably going to be your best tip of the day. For most of the time, for most of us. I think you guys could agree with that, right? We're not seeing a whole lot of $20 tips over the course of the day, but okay. Ooh, what we got, Sergio? Thanks for the 10. Too many people are trying to disrespect me because I'm just a delivery driver. They have no clue I have a full-time job, and this side gig goes 100% to my stocks and investments. Todd is entitled. Love that comment, and I think most of us. That do this kind of work, yeah, like maybe it's the only thing we're doing, right? For a lot of people, but there's also a lot of people that are actually doing something else and investing and doing this and doing that. That's a smart way to do it. So, okay, I see $20, $30, $40 all the time. Well, that's because you're a top dasher based on what you would say, right? I would say I see maybe one a day, but you know, it is what it is, right? Okay, let's go to Mr. Flex and us. What up, Flex? What's up, man? Hey, before I went live, I was in your I saw you with the videos with the cats and dogs. It was pretty cool, man. Pretty neat, man. Love it. I like how I never know what I'm gonna get. If you go to Mr. Flex's channel, you never know what you're gonna get, who's gonna pop in, and where the conversation will go. It's absolutely really good, really fun to watch, right? Sometimes Mr. Flex is just sitting there eating some kebabs. Other time he's got some people on his channel. Other times he's watching cats and dogs on YouTube videos. Really cool stuff. So, all right. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and bring up the Doordash app. We've been on for an hour and 38 minutes. Okay. And we know with Doordash, we might take an hour to get this food, right? Doordash has done that sometimes, right? Okay. Let's see here. Biggest market in America, baby. Love it. What market is that? What is the biggest market in America? I wonder. Are you going based on population or are you going based on order value? I wonder what the biggest market in America is. That's what Joseph. Oh, Chicago? Is it? See, I hear you can't make good money in Chicago. I don't know. It's weird. My cousin worked in Chicago. I've seen one or two other content creators that were in the Chicagoland area. They said they never got good orders. Interesting. NYC, Chicago, America, New York. Pedro asked the Dasher to verify the tip on. Oh, you know what I'm going to do when I do this order? I'm going to do it just like I did 2 weeks ago. I'll send myself a StreamYard link and I will record. I'm going to do a hand to me and I'll record. You guys will see on live. You'll see the interaction between me and the driver. So let's go ahead and pull this in. Appreciate everybody for donating. Appreciate everybody that's hit the thumbs up. Let me see how many thumbs up we got. Hold up. Let me see. I'm a thumbs up guy. I like the thumbs up. How many do we have, guys? Somebody tell me. We have 135. Thank you for 135 thumbs up. Let's get to 200. We can do it. We need 65 more thumbs up. Let's go. All right. let's go ahead and open up our DoorDash app right there. And we're going to order some food here. Let's see. Now, for dinner tonight, we had salad, a Thai salad, and some pizza. That's what we had for dinner. So I'm not ordering pizza. I'm not getting a salad. I literally just had that like 3 hours ago, right? Pedro with the hairline. I had to put it, man. I had to put it up, and I got this little crazy thing. It's driving me crazy, but hey, it's all good, bro. All right, what are we going to get tonight, guys? Let's look at the options, okay? So we have 7-Eleven. We can get a convenience store. Put this banner up. We're doing a live order for everybody coming in. Hit the thumbs up. We're doing a live order on DoorDash, seeing how it goes. We got 7-Eleven, IHOP. Let's see. We got White Castle. I like to order from a close place. Taco Bell, White Castle are close. It's 10:41. Last time I ordered Taco Bell, it never came because I ordered it before 11, but they closed at 11. Never came. 3 Dashers got the runaround. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's see. Wingstop, Jimmy John. That's not open. I feel like I always do 7-Eleven, but it's close. What do you guys think? I'm going to read the chat. What do you guys think? Burger King, okay. Do IHOP, okay. Let's see. I got an IHOP vote. I got a Burger King vote. A real meal. No, I don't know what that means. I got one White Castle in there. Okay, 7-Eleven was last week. 7-Eleven was 2 weeks ago. Yes, I didn't order last week, but you're right. White Castle, okay. Some White Castle votes, okay. That's 2 White Castle votes. Order Sonic's. Bar Burger. I don't have a Bar Burger. Look at this comment. No disrespect to your family, but you are fine, and video is awesome. Hey, I appreciate the comment. And my family would not feel like that's disrespecting. Love it, love it, love it. What's this one here? Pedro, you always. Oh, what up, D? How are you, Pedro? You always order movie theater food like a teenager. Facts, you're right. Because that's all I can have around me at this time. Get some chicken, Red Lobster. Definitely not ordering Red Lobster. Get a Beast Burger. Ooh. I don't think that. See, the problem is I do this show so late that by the time I order, a lot of my options are limited. But you guys are bringing up some really, really, really good options. I just can't really do that. Let's see here. Okay. Popeyes. No, I'm not doing Baja Blast. Nova Dasher always talking about the damn Baja Blast. Listen. The DoorDash caps tips. Try tipping 50. Yeah, you can't. I think with Uber and DoorDash, is it $40? No, I've seen higher tips than that, but they do cap it. And the reason for that is they don't want a customer making a mistake and tipping something and then having to get their money back. And there's reasons for it. And I don't really mind them capping it necessarily because at the end of the day, if I'm a consumer and I want to tip, let's say $200 because it's Christmas Eve, right? I can still do that in cash, right? But there's reasons that they do that because some people might want to tip 20, but they hit the 0. Or I don't know. There's reasons. I don't necessarily mind it because those things, you're going to get $200 tips so infrequent that I don't feel like that's normal for somebody to do that. Existence of White Castle facts. Yes, do a local food truck. I would love to, but they're all closed. You know you love it. I do. I don't mind Baja Blast, man. I get the 0 sugar one, just so you know. But they got a question here. Will I be deactivated if I ever active? Will I be activated if I never? No, you won't. Also, do you automatically become Top Dasher if you meet the criteria? Great question. Somebody else answer. So no, you will not be deactivated if you never activate my red card. But I recommend having the activated red card. Doesn't mean you have to use it, but it's an opportunity and an option. I get really good payouts with my red card. So please activate it. Just take my word for that. As far as the Top Dasher, I've never been one, so somebody else can answer that question in the chat. So I don't want to give you bad information. Tim, Matrix. I see some new people in here. Appreciate you guys for coming in. We just vibing, talking trash, What up, Dash and Grandpa? All right, let's place this order. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do White Castle because it's actually very close. And the one that's close is actually 24 hours. At least they were before. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to order White Castle. I don't think I've ever ordered White Castle while I've done a live delivery with you guys. So it'll be good. Literally, this White Castle is telling me 34-minute delivery. It says it closes at 2:59 in the morning. Okay. This White Castle is if I was taking a stroll, like a nice stroll, I could walk there. It's not close, but I could walk there, and it wouldn't be like the end of the world. But as far as driving, it's going to be a very easy $20 for this driver. Okay, so let's go ahead and place this order for you guys. Hit the thumbs up for your boy. We're trying to get to 200 thumbs up. Now, we're going to do delivery. Okay, got that. Let's see here. My girlfriend won't eat this late, and at least not nothing from them. We're definitely going to get some mozzarella sticks. We'll start with that. Why not? We'll do a. How many do we need? We'll just get 3. That's $2.99. Okay, we'll start with that. Okay. Ooh, am I going to get a shake? I don't need a shake right now. It's a little late for that. Let's see. Let's see. Somebody made $1,500 today on Doordash. How is that even possible? Let's see. Let's go with. Let's see. Somebody give me some options. What do you guys want? I'm going to order something right now. The next couple comments, what do you want me to order? I'm going to order it. Go. Thanks for the $4.99. It says, I order on DoorDash some, but hella tip. It seems to work. Okay. You can reheat the White Castle. Very good. He didn't. But he's in Chicago. I don't know. Okay. Shoot, I was happy to make $2.20 today. Oh, $2.20 is great, Dash and Grandpa. Great. I'm glad you made that, man. Somebody give me some recommendations what I should order from White Castle. I love your channel. Thank you. I just started with DoorDash and Grubhub in early Mayish, and your channel has helped me so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. When I see comments like that, I really believe it. I really appreciate it. Wings? They don't have wings. Okay. Hold on. What did they say? Double cheeseburger, no onions. Done. That's what I'm going to order. Double cheeseburger, no onions. Okay, hold up. Double slider. Yeah, we got to have cheese, though, right? Hold up. Double cheese. Boom. No onions, bro? I mean, okay. That's what he said. That's what I'm going to do. Let me see. How do I take the onions off? Where do I take the onions off? How do I take the onions off? No pickles. Oh, no onions, no pickles. Extra pickles, no onions. Done. Did it. Just for you, Mr. Flex. What's next? Onion chips, chicken rings. Chicken rings? Done. I'm going to order chicken rings right now. Because you got to remember, the family can eat some of this stuff tomorrow, so it's fine. Chicken rings. Where are the chicken rings at? Those hash brown nibblers look pretty good. Let me see. Hold up. Popular items. Hold on. Let's see. Chicken ring meal. I don't need the meal. Or do I need the meal? I'll just do the meal. I'll get a beverage with some fries with it because we didn't order fries yet. So let's go. We got to get the fries. Why not? We'll do a small. I don't need to be a pig. And we need the cheese sauce. If you go to White Castle, you got to get the cheese sauce. And we're going to do a drink. Let's get a. Can I get a chocolate? Let's do a chocolate shake. And I'll do that one right there. Boom. Anybody else? What do you guys want? You shouldn't eat transparent onions. Why not? Cheesecake in a stick. Okay. Oh, okay. That's the last thing I'm going to order right there. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Let's add that to the order. What's going on here? Required. What? Add to order. Why isn't it? What's going on here? Chicken meal ring. Combo. Select. I selected that. I selected a drink. Add to order. It's not letting me add that to the order. What's going on here? I'm confused. What's the problem? Duh. Ask me how many I want. We want 6. So that's $10 meal. Okay. And then cheesecake on a stick. Is that what somebody said? So we're going to get that as well. Let's go to desserts. And I got gooey butter cake, fudge. There's a cheese stick. Who said that? Amanda. That's just for you. Done. That's what we're going to order right there. Okay. That's enough. All right. So 3 recommendations from y'all. We got it. Let's take a look at our cart. I didn't have the cheese. Oh, the cheeseburger's not on here. What's going on here? Hold up. Why isn't a cheeseburger there? I got to order the cheeseburger. Hold up. Let's see. Something's not right here. What is happening here? Double cheese. Okay, what? Double cheese. Got it. No onions. Hold up. Mr. Flex says we don't eat translucent onions. Okay. Add to order. Added. Done. Boom. Now we're ready. Okay. Now, let's play a little game, y'all. I feel like maybe I decided we're gonna tip $20. Okay. And I'm gonna ask them how much I'm gonna ask them how much it showed them. I'm gonna videotape that live as I go outside. Okay. So, and I'm gonna see if they can confirm it for me and see if they got the full payout. Appreciate 999. Didn't get an answer earlier. I'm W2, was dashing for daughter college. She got scholarship, wanted to keep going, just find that it's very hard to make much. I tend to extreme cherry pick. Now keep going. Ooh, well, it depends on your market. And I would say if you're extreme cherry picking, I don't know what that means to you. Drop a comment and we can help you in the chat. But don't be afraid to adapt, right? Some people say I don't do anything less than $10, right? There are orders in my market that show me $6.25 that wind up being $10, $12, $20, right? So have a miles to money minimum. In my opinion, don't ever take a $2 or $3 order. Sometimes it's okay to take $4 for a mile. I don't think that's necessarily bad, but I think if you keep yourself a little more active, you might be able to make some money. Because if you're sitting in an hour and you make no money because you're extreme cherry picking, it's better if you make $20, isn't it? And drive a few miles. So that's how I look at it. What up, Barry? All right, so let's do this live order. Now I want to ask you guys. What's going on here? Live, you guys like the part of the show. Now, our subtotal right now is $19.27. Okay. So I'm going to hit continue. This is new. Express delivery? There's an express delivery. Let me hide my. You guys see that? For $2.99. So Uber does it for $1.99. Express delivery, fastest and direct. I've never seen that as I've ordered. So what this tells me is they're not going to stack it, is what I would think. Right? Interesting. Standard. 37 to 52 minutes. Should I spend $2.99 to get express delivery? What do you guys think? Have you guys ever seen that? Have you ordered and you had the express delivery option? Never seen it on DoorDash. It gives me express, it gives me standard, and I can schedule ahead. So like I could order something now and have it delivered tomorrow. Basically is what that's saying. Interesting. Express delivery. Must try it. Yes. I feel like I'm going to try it. Why not? This is for science. We're doing it for YouTube. So $2.99. So now my order goes up to $25.51. The suggested tip is $3.25. You guys see that? Okay. So let's take a look and see. Now, this isn't going to be a deciding factor in when I tip, but let's see if there's any peak pay in my market right now. So let me open up my DoorDash app. Okay. And I'll show you guys. Let's see. Oh, there is $1.50 peak pay right now. So my base pay for this is going to be $2.25 because it's very close. Okay, I know that, right? So we're going to look at $3.75 for this order with no tip. There is it's suggesting a $3.50 tip. So that puts it at what? $3.75, $6.75. What was that? $7.25? $7.25 is what this dasher would see as on the acceptance screen if I tip $3.25, somewhere in that. Let's call it $7. Now I'm not going to tip that. Now, with the $2.25 base pay and a $1.50 peak, you're looking at $2.25, $3.75. If I tip $20, they're only going to show them $4 for this mileage. So my brain's foggy. $2.25, $3.75, $7.75 is what I think this offer is going to show the driver. But they're going to get 25, whatever. You guys follow me? So we're going to tip $20 and I'm going to take this for you guys. And I'm going to ask them, you mind, what did the offer show you? And I'm going to say right now, it should say $7.75, unless that peak pay goes away or something like that. Right. And then I'll see if they can confirm it. And we'll see. And we'll see what it actually pays them. Cause some people say DoorDash steals tips. Let's see what happens. I got express delivery, all that. So I'm going to hit other, and this is a part of the show where we dog the miserable human beings. I don't care what anybody says. That's my opinion. Free speech. I can say what I want. So people, let me show you here. Because most human beings don't tip cash. They just don't. So this is where the miserable people, they hit other. You guys see the other button? They hit other. And then they type in. They got to actively type in. Look at this. That comes up. And the little pop-up message from Doordash says 100% of your tip goes to your Dasher. A little thing says your tip goes to Dasher like hero. And they still say, I ain't tipping. These people need to get a real job. These fees are too high. I'm too broke to tip. Listen, grab a tortilla out of your refrigerator and slap yourself across the face because you are a clown human being. If that is your rationale. You're not a clown for not tipping necessarily because maybe you're from somewhere and you don't believe in it. But if your rationale is I can't afford to tip because I'm too broke, that's why you're broke, because you're not you're ordering White Castle and spending. You see what go in your refrigerator, slap yourself with a tortilla, then make a sandwich, and save yourself your money. Because if that's how you're living your life, if that's how you're budgeting your money, and that's how you rationalize not giving a tip to your Dasher, you're a clown. Come on the show, prove me wrong. I want all the smoke. I want all the clowns, and the clowns don't come on my show because they know I'll make them look bad. That's the issue. Anyways. I told you I was going to get saucy tonight. We're going to tip $20 because I appreciate what these people do. And I want to make their night. I want them to say, you know what? Thank you. I'm out here grinding on a Sunday at 11 p.m., right? It's late. I've had a bad day. Let's give somebody $20 because I can afford to give you $20 and put a smile on your face because I'm not miserable. And to all the miserable SOBs, to all the Karens and the Todds in the world, make a sandwich. I want you to go make a sandwich. Make a sandwich right now, please, because you suck. And you can come get the smoke on my channel any day you want. Come. I put a StreamYard link in. Anybody can come in. Anybody can come in. Come get the smoke. I got it for you. Barrels of it. All right. $20. You guys see it? Bam. So we're going to hit continue. That takes our total to $42.26. $42 for a combo meal, a dessert, a burger, and what was the other item? Mozzarella sticks. Crazy. Okay, what up, everybody? Yeah, 163 likes. Dash and Grandpa, tell them, hit the likes, hit the thumbs up for you, boy. All right. All right, let's hit place order. I can't do leave it to door. I got to hit hand to customer, right? So I got to change it to hand to me. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Update. Place order. Order is being placed right now. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So I really wanted to get that guy from TikTok. I invited him on the channel. I even sent him a message like later this afternoon saying, hey, you said you'd like to debate. This is the name of my channel. Come join me. What? Oh, I got a new debit card number. I got to change it. Hold on. Hold on. I got to add my new card. Slight pause, guys. Sorry. Okay, I forgot. I had somebody try to use my card when we were over the internet when we were in Michigan. So I had to get a whole new card number because it was compromised, or a whole new card was compromised. So I forgot about that. And I had the old card in here still. Doordash is like, you broke. What are you doing? You can't order this. Give me some information. All right. There we go. Let's let that load up. Anyways, I was trying to get this guy on the show to have a debate because, a lot of people on TikTok, they do these they have these crazy opinions, or maybe they're not. They're their opinions, but they just love the attention of and they just rant and rant. It's like, hey, come to YouTube. We can do that on my channel. All right, it's $20. Okay, there we go. And either he was busy or whatever, but doesn't matter. I'll invite him one more time. It is what it is. What up, Raider? What up, Raider? What up, Jeff? All right. You broke? You a Dasher? You can't order. Facts. Okay, here we go. Preparing your order. There we go. Arrival time, 11:36, 11:46. So I only saved about 10 to 15 minutes by spending the extra $2.99 for direct or fast delivery. Let's see. He's telling me for a limited time only, annual plan is $96. So he wants to give me a discount on my Dash Pass. I'm not going to look at that right now. And it's showing you, okay, that's the house icon. Look at, it's on the same street as the White Castle. Like literally. We're probably talking, this has got to be, I would say, not even a mile. Maybe a mile. Maybe 1 mile. Maybe. So it's going to show this Dasher. Let's see. Excuse me, if the peak pay is still there. Peak pay is still there. So $2.25 plus $1.50 is $3.75. I tipped $20. It's going to show them $7.75. I'm going to try to see if I can confirm that with the driver as he hands it to me, or she. And then I'm going to ask them if they can confirm it and then see if they got the full $20 tip. Science project. Let's go. And right now, I want to say this right now. If they hit confirm drop off and they only pays them like $12, I'm going to be pissed off. And I'm going to call DoorDash live with you guys. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to show him or her 25, whatever. No, 23.75 is what they should get paid. $23.75 is what this order should pay them to go just a few miles. Okay. So let's hit that right there. I'll stay in the live chat with you guys. I'll give you updates as it arises. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, keep that app on. There we go. Okay. Text them when they accept the order. Oh, I've done that. I could text them, but I like to have it very organic. Sin City deliveries. I like to be very just raw with the interaction. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want them to I don't know. Let's see. Andy disagreed. The miserable ones would say miserable, but those of us that try and care would take care of those customers who do tip appropriately. Yeah. Thanks for the $4.99. Let's laugh at my off. DoorDash charged my direct card one time for Dash Pass. I called and complained. Still don't know how they connect them. Ooh, that's crazy. Was refund. I'm glad you got your money back. That's wild. Let's see. Pedro, if a Top Dasher is online, they will get your order 100% for the tip size. You think so? How do we know that, though? I love the theories. I do. I love them. So what you're saying is, I'm not a Top Dasher. Top Dasher, we're both out. He's going to get that order. But what if I'm closer to the White Castle? What if my customer rating's better than his? Like my customer satisfaction? Because let me show you something. Because I think there's a lot of other factors there, right? And I get big orders all the time. My customer rating is 5.0. You guys see that? Don't you think I should get that order versus somebody that's a Top Dasher that's a 4.5? I think so. But I get it. Some of us think DoorDash is going to reward us. I get it. I just think none of us know 100%. But I love to play the game. I really do. But if they should, they should be rewarding drivers that have good ratings, I think. And let's see, DoorDash owes me like $100 for delivering my groceries to the Ryan. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Christopher, there was an article I sent DoorDash is raising some fees. Yes, I've seen that. I've also saw that they're upping the minimum order size, which I think is amazing. I think there should be a minimum order size. You shouldn't, in my opinion, some of you guys won't agree, and that's okay. You should not be able to order a small order of fries from McDonald's and have it delivered. I think that's a waste of manpower. I think it's a waste of time. I just don't think that. I think there should be a minimum delivery, and they're upping it, and I think that's good for us, actually. So let's see. White Castle. Okay, let's see. Let's go back in and see if we got any status update on the order here. Oh, what's going on here? Orders. Oh, I think we got a person here. Khalid. DJ Khalid is going to pick up our order. Your Dasher. Arrives 11:12, 11:15. So this order, it's 11:05. This order is going to be here in 7 or between 7 and 10 minutes. That's pretty fast. That's fast. Let's see. With Uber, you can see the picture of the driver, their ratings, how long they've been on the app. I actually like that. I think that's a safety thing for consumers. With DoorDash, you don't get to see that. I think Uber is one step ahead, in my opinion, with the app. Levi Biden, what up, Driven Dad? What's up, man? What up, Holly? How are you? I see you in here. Savvy Shopper. Eric, what up? What up? Okay. Grinding. What up, Levi? What's up, man? Fritz Morris. Oh, what up, Fritz? I was talking about you earlier. You're one of my featured channels. Appreciate you, man. I think Uber shows completion and acceptance rate now, too. I think they do. Yeah. Go check out. This is Fritz Morris. This is the gentleman we talked about earlier, Fritz. Just so you know, I'm not blowing smoke. I feature a couple channels, and bam, there you go. There's your banner right there, brother. Go check him out, guys. He knows how Uber hides tips. He just did a video on it, and I saw it the other day. So go check him out. Krista, what up? All right, so I will be going outside. I need to send myself that link. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. So that I can StreamYard. You guys can see my interaction with the driver, okay? So let's go there. I got to send myself this link. 1 second. Do this just how we did it last time. Oh, what's happening here? What? Oh, Lord. There it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and paste that. Bam. Here we go. Hey, all good, Fritz, man. It's all good. All good, brother. All right, let's go put this banner up for live order time. We're doing a live order, Fritz. I tipped $20. We're seeing, I think it's going to show the driver $7.75 because there's a $1.50 peak. So I place it on DoorDash, and I'm going to live stream this for you guys and see exactly what Khalid. Oh, shit. Dasher waiting for order. Okay. Whew, I thought they were at the house. So you can see, oh, no. What? Dasher is waiting to pick up your order, but it says he's outside. What is happening here? Hold up. Am I reading this wrong? Okay, no, he's at, that's wrong. So he's actually at White Castle right now. Lobby's closed, I'm sure. He's in the drive-thru. And you can see the house icon. They flipped it. It's right there. So we will be making our trek outside very soon, okay? And what do you guys think is going to happen here? I'm saying it should pay him $23.75, right? That's what we're looking for, right? And if it doesn't pay him $23.75, we have a problem. And I will call DoorDash and complain if they gave him less than the $20 on the tip. I will do that. So let's see what happens. Ooh, great. I will. You should ask the driver if he or she is a top dasher. I will do that. Yes, I will. Great. I love it. We're doing this in real time, guys. I give you all facts on this channel. We're doing things. We have opinions. And even if he is or isn't, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a proven theory on the top dasher or not top dasher. But it's still good information, right? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, hey, Sensei, do it, man. Love it. Do it. And like I said earlier, and you know this, it's definitely market specific. It's going to be based on saturation, order volume, demographics, all those things, right? The driven that says, I'm a top dasher. Yeah, because you and that Tesla doing Uber rideshare, Uber XXXL or whatever it's called, or Uber Black. Right. Top dashers online would be a definite indicator. But for me, and this is what I would say, and I actually, you probably know who this is, right? Sensei Deliveries, Nugs. He did Top Dasher for a whole month, and he doesn't recommend it in his market because he had to take the crap for a week or so. He made very little money. He broke the numbers down. So for him, Top Dasher wasn't worth it. The only benefit was he could dash now, which for some of us that is a great benefit. But the money, he actually made less. So definitely market specific. But in your Vegas market, hey, make your money, man. Do whatever works for you over there. I just could never do it here. I wouldn't want to deal with the kind of customers I'd have to deal with and take that trash. I couldn't do it. It would give me too much stress in my life. So La 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 la. I've done Top Dasher, not worth it. Yeah, so it just depends. It's definitely market specific. But I think it's important. It's good for us to test things out, figure out what's going to work in your market, but we also have to understand what works for me isn't going to work for everybody else, right? But I still believe like it's yeah. Yeah. And that's good. We all have our perspectives, right? That's what's good about this community. We can get together, we can share ideas, we could talk trash on each other, it's all in good fun either way, right? But I just could not get that acceptance rate that high and deal with as many miserable SOBs. I just no way. I'm just too petty, bro. I'm way too petty, guys. I could not. In where I like to dash and stuff, I would be taking too many of those low ones, man. It would piss me off, so I can't do it. Okay. The Dashers, White Castle waiting. I'm going to send him a text just saying thanks for waiting. I am going to do that. Thanks for waiting. Appreciate you. So I will send that. And then my interaction with him is going to be organic. So that's all I said. Thanks for waiting. Appreciate you. That way, maybe if it's busy, he's like, hey, this guy's cool. He appreciates me. He won't drop the order. Just a little love. Appreciate you waiting in line. Will there be a Pedro dunk tank? Oh, Lord. If I did that, I wouldn't stay dry that day. There will be no dunk tank at the Gig Conference, no. There will be free food, swag bags. Actually, you know what? Let me show y'all something. I got the bags right here. I'll give you guys the 241 in the chat. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Let me take these headphones off. So here are the swag bags right here. Okay. So this is what everybody that RCP is getting. Now there's stuff inside. I'm not going to show you that. That's a surprise. And I got gas cards, cash giveaway, free food, various other little surprise giveaways. So there's a bag right there. It's branded. It's one of those like little like bags you put it on your So there we go, baby. That's the bag. I got actually over 200 of them surrounding me right now in various boxes. Oh, here we go. Khaled said, okay, appreciate that. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, thanks, Patrick. Not bad. I got them from a place. I liked how they came out. The green isn't quite the shade of green that I wanted because everything else is banners and various other things and T-shirts that you guys have seen. But it's definitely, I like how it turned out. I do like how it turned out. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back here. Let's see. He's still waiting. This is fine. I'm going to I sent myself that link. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, what? Okay, there it is. I got to click on that. Okay, I should be able to see myself in the background in a second. And then I'll let myself in whenever the order is, when it's time to go outside. Okay, we'll enter the studio. I should see myself pop up here. Oh, I got to put a display name in. What? Okay. Okay, I think now, can you guys still hear me okay right now? I want to make sure I got two things going on. I'm not going to let myself in yet, but give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I don't have a Discord, no. I don't know if you're talking about me anyway. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can still hear me okay, if there's like an echo or anything like that. We hear you fine. Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate that. Okay, so I think I can probably... Okay. Oh, crap. Am I still there? Yes. Let me see. Hold up. Okay, we're good there. I keep that Doordash app on. Make sure we know when our guy's coming. Okay, you guys said, oh, we're good. We hear you. Okay. Are you eating meat now? Ooh, Jody, great question. Why is it? That's weird. Hold on. I can hear myself on that phone. That shouldn't. not be the case. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I got to mute. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, now we're good. Okay. What? Why is this still? Okay. Why can I hear myself on this phone? It should be, the volume should be all the way down. Maybe because it's StreamYard. That's kind of annoying. I don't know if you guys hear that. Yes, I was vegetarian. I threw my mom a 60th birthday party when she turned 60 back in May. And I had a piece of chicken at that party, fried chicken. So yes, I have been eating a little bit of meat here and now and then. So, yep. I couldn't resist. Sorry. I was vegetarian, not vegan for almost 2 years. It wasn't for any reason besides just a discipline thing. And a little bit of health. But, yep. Change from vegetarian diet to the carnivore diet. Yeah. Yeah, I hear it a little bit. But if you guys don't, then it's all good. But I have the directional, like this mic, so I think that's where we're good. Let's see. I did not feel sick. Now, let's go to Doordash. Let's see. Still waiting. Wow. So the car's still there. Look at that. So Khalid is he's at a place that's White Castle's probably kind of busy. Appreciate him waiting. Maybe he knows about the hidden tip indicator, so he's like, yeah, I know this is going to be a good order. The order size is small though, so it's not like, we'll see. He's waiting, so I appreciate that. I hope he doesn't drop it. I hope we're good there. Okay. Paveway Jadam says, no wonder you're so small. Yeah, I'm a small dude, but I try to keep fit. I don't want to be a big guy. I don't work out. I don't overeat. Try to take care of myself. Trying to live long. He's smoking. Maybe. I love the suspense of these Sunday night orders. Yes, I think you guys like them. And I kind of like them too, because you never know what you're going to get. It's kind of fun. It breaks up the, we rant and we rave. We bring people into the beginning, and then we do a little entertainment and do a live delivery and tip a driver decently. Okay, let's see. How many thumbs up we got now? Somebody tell me. When we get to 200, I'm going to throw a party for y'all. The party's going to be next Saturday in St. Louis on the 30th at 2 p.m. Let's get to 200 thumbs up. Dash and Grandpa, see you next week, man. Thank you. 181. Ooh, that's good. Thank you. You run a good show. Appreciate that. You guys make the show. I don't make the show. You guys, I get a lot of energy from y'all. You guys are in here asking great questions, challenging each other, having a good time, keeping it light, keeping it respectful with everybody. So it's easy to have a good show when you got good people watching. Pedro, this is the second time you've had a dasher that's taken a dump. Love it. Haha. How long do you wait on an order? Yeah. Me? I wouldn't wait this long. I wouldn't. But that's only because the order was small. If it was a big order, I'll wait a little bit. But this order, and it's White Castle, I don't expect a $20 tip from this order, so I would have dropped it by now. That's just me. I'm super impatient. Y'all know that. But this guy's being chill. How long has it been? So this order was actually supposed to arrive already. Now it got pushed back to 11:25 to 11:28. But that's the restaurant's fault, not the Dasher's fault, not DoorDash's fault. Yes, I think he's waiting in the drive-thru as well. Absolutely. I know this White Castle lobby is definitely closed. Yeah. Mushi? You talking about Mushi Moo? Yeah. Me and him were supposed to collaborate on something. I got to call him back. Yeah, see, here we go. I would have dropped that a long time ago. Me too. Let's see. Let me see. Ask him. Should I ask him if he's taking a dump? No, I'm not going to do that. I don't believe in I'm not going to keep texting the dude. I said, thanks for waiting. I don't want to blow him up. I don't want to be that guy, but we'll see. At some point I will text him if it's super long, but you got to remember this restaurant's so close to me. That might be a deciding factor for him as well, because he knows the trip's going to be he doesn't mind waiting a little bit in line because the drive's going to be so short. I wonder if he knows who you are and that's why he's waiting. I doubt he does. Maybe. I do run into several people, not several, a handful of people a week that know me from YouTube and doing the apps in my market. So it's possible, but maybe he would have said that in a text message when he said, I'm only waiting 5 minutes. Bro, I always find myself about to pee myself when I'm dashing. I think we've all been there. I think we've all had to use the bathroom when we're dashing, right? LOL, sitting in drive-through line at my own Taco Bell for my own food. There you go. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Papa John. Let me see here. I like Rice Rodeo with all the different. Yeah, Rice Rodeo definitely has different discussions talking about a lot of different things you won't get here. So definitely go check him out. And he gives you, I think on Saturdays, he has gig news in 13 minutes or less. So what's going on in the gig economy, if you want to be updated on that, you can watch a really quick, easy watch over there on his channel every Saturday. And then he does a live forum show, similar to how I do it here as far as bringing people in via StreamYard. Anybody can come in and talk about certain topics or whatever. So definitely cool. Levi, have a good night, man. I'll see you. Ooh, what is the purpose of the $2.99 again? Great question, April. I don't know. My guess is they don't stack it. That's the only thing I can think of. Or if they do, I'm the first customer that gets it delivered. But yeah, great point. But the one thing DoorDash can't control is the volume or the slowness or the speed of the restaurant you're ordering from. Maybe this place has 2 people working only. Maybe they're swamped. Maybe they're closed. Or maybe they're, who knows, right? But that's a really good point because I had never seen it before. The worst part is if you drop the order and you're still sitting in that line. Oh, yes. I've gotten to a Steak and Shake to where I got in and I was like, oh, this was probably a bad idea. And then a car got behind me and I was stuck. And it happened at a Taco Bell too, or a KFC. Not much you can really do. I made $258 in 10 hour just DoorDash. Hey, it's a good day. 25 bucks an hour from just DoorDash. Solid. Nice. Okay, let's see. Still at the store. Man, look at that. White Castle is tripping. Wow. Okay. And this is a very small order, not a big order, but they got to be busy, I guess. You never know what you're going to get with these late night deliveries, man. And this is why. Let me tell y'all something right now. Let's talk about the miserable people because y'all know I ain't done talking about them. This is why you tip your driver. So the Todds, the Karens, the guy that made that TikTok that I think is a clown, but I want to have him on the show. Maybe he can change my mind. I don't know everything, but I'm going to call him a clown for now. So Todd, this is why you tip your driver beforehand. Dude's waiting in the parking lot for me, man. Come on. You're waiting. You're tipping the driver for us to accept your order and knowing that we might have to place the order. If it's like a Raising Cane's or we might have to shop your order if it's whatever else. We're waiting. We're maybe driving in inclement weather. That's why you tip. It's a simple concept, okay? So, still waiting. Crazy. Yeah. Can't wait for the White Castle for much longer. Off to bed. Good night. Joe, have a good night. Appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you being here. I'm at 30% acceptance rate, highest ever. Nice. Let me tell, what was my acceptance rate? Let me look. I think so. It's still $1.50 peak pay. Let me show you my range. I got that contract violation, which it'll fall off soon. 21%. 90% completion. I got no problem dropping orders. 93% on time early. It's always 93. 63.19 deliveries. What did I make this week on DoorDash? Shall you ask? I'll tell you right now. I made $195. And I was active for 5 hours. Not bad. Because I keep all apps on at all times. I get good orders. I don't take trash. I only had the app on for 12 hours this week. Because I did do rideshare and things. But then, sometimes when you're doing rideshare, you got to turn DoorDash off. But technically, I only gave DoorDash 5 hours of my life, and I made $195. Not too bad. I'd say that's pretty good, don't you think? I'd say that's pretty solid. Because you got to realize when my app is on, maybe it's Instacart, it's Uber. I turn the DoorDash app back on, even if I'm like almost dropping a Uber rideshare off or Uber Eats off. So I have it on, but I'm declining or nothing's coming in. So 5 hours of work for almost $200. I say that's pretty solid. Anybody? What do you guys think? Is that good? Grand and Gravois. No, I order from South Kings Highway. That's where it's coming from. On time. Yes, I know some of you guys are saying you get these crazy percentages on your on time. Mine hasn't changed. Okay, DoorDash. Let's see. Oh, headed to you. Here we go. He's got my food. 11:20. Oh, he's going to be here any minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to pipe myself in. I got to put myself backstage. Hold up. Add to stream. Unmute the mic. Let's go. Can you guys see me? We're good? Let's go. All right, we're going outside, y'all. Hope you guys could hear me. We're going to go do this hands to me. I'm going to ask the guy. Shout out to my doggies. My doggies got their own little setup down here, if you guys could see it. They got a little couch down here for them. All right, let's see what we got. I think it's going to show them $7.75. Oh, sorry. We're live. We live. All right, we're walking through the crib. I got my light on for the guy. Hope you guys can hear me. We're outside. All right, I'm going to sit right here and wait for him. Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, yes. Ask if he's a top. I'm going to. Dog's chilling. Pedro stumbles to the street. Good to go. Can see. Okay, so I think we're good, right? Okay, good audio and video. I bet he's a top dasher. Hey, listen, we're going to find out in a minute, guys. We're going to find out in a minute. He might be. Who knows? All right. So I see a lot of thumbs up, so we're all good. Okay, I'm going to keep the camera on me. I'm not going to film the guy. But like I said, I think it's going to show. Khalid is approaching with your order from White Castle. There we go. So I think it's going to show him based on the peak pay and the mileage. $7.75 is what the offer is going to show him. And I'll ask him what it showed him. And then I'm going to ask him. Here he is right here. See him? And then I'm going to ask him if he's a top dasher. And I'll ask if he can confirm it as well. Here he is right here. You guys ready? Let's go. He's parking the car. I'm going to come down my steps a little bit. You guys ready? Yo, what up, man? Appreciate you. Can I ask? So I do DoorDash too. And I have a YouTube channel and I'm live. Can I ask you like 2 questions? Okay. Is that okay? Okay. What did the offer show you? I'm recording me, not you. How much did it show you it paid you? When? I'm sorry? When? 20? When? I don't think you don't speak a lot of English? Okay, it's fine. Have a good night, man. Thank you. Okay. Let me see, guys. Hold up. All right. So my man, I'm going to sit outside for a second. My man, Khalid, he didn't speak English. So I don't think he knew anything that I was asking him at all. So it is what it is. Appreciate him. He's probably, my guess would be he was of African descent. He spoke no English. He had no idea. I tried to ask him a couple times. He had no idea what I was saying. He made 20. I don't know what he made. Well, I know he made 23. He should have made 23.75. Let's go back inside. I was really looking forward to him answering those questions, but he doesn't speak English, so it is what it is. Huh? Why? I shut it? Yeah. I didn't shut it. Did I? Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. Anyway, shout out to my girlfriend. Did you hear? Damn, I gotta get okay. So let me wait. We're in my kitchen right now. Let me check the chat out. What are you guys saying in here about that? If he said no, he didn't say 20. What up, Pedro? I sound like he said 20. He probably confirmed it and saw it. He might, yeah, that could be it. He might have confirmed it and saw it. Not a top dasher. Top dasher. That's why he replied, okay. He's top dasher for sure. That he might be, but because he doesn't know any better. Maybe. It's hard to say. Pedro, you didn't ask him if the tip was there. He didn't understand what I was saying, guys. He did not speak good English, so I couldn't ask him that. I think I'm delayed on hold on, am I delayed here? If he's working 12:30, he's a top dasher, maybe. If you can't speak English, don't do this shot. Yeah, he definitely I tried, guys. I could tell he couldn't. He had no idea what I was saying. Yeah. In my market, though, he probably doesn't know how to top dash orders. I bet. Yep. Yeah. In my market, though, there's a lot of people that do this work that aren't from this country. A lot. So, all right, I'm going to go back downstairs. Let me put this in here. There's a lot of people that do DoorDash, and they're from all over the place, all over the world. I see it when I'm out. All the time I see it, all the time. So let's go back downstairs real quick, and we'll wrap up this live. I want to read the comments real quick. I know it's super dark, but give me a second. We'll get back downstairs. That was I'm not surprised. It was interesting, but I don't think he couldn't understand what I was saying. Oh, are we good? Are we back? I think he was like, I don't know. Let me go ahead and get rid of myself here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me see. Are we back? Are we good? Can you guys hear me? Let me remove. What? Oh, here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think he, let's see. So I can rate my driver, all that. I'll do that. Interesting. He didn't speak English. So when I was asking him questions, hey, how much did I ask you? I have a YouTube. I do DoorDash. He just looked at me like I was speaking another language, literally. And he like backed away, and he just kept getting closer to his car as I was asking him questions. He didn't answer anything. So none of us know. We don't know if he was a top dasher. We don't know what he got paid. We don't know anything at all. Okay, let's see. This is one reason DoorDash is great. I'm sure he is thankful for the opportunity DoorDash gives him. You know what? That right there, I couldn't agree more with that. For a lot of people, that's why there's a lot of truth in that. There's a lot of truth in that. But what do you guys think? I want you to think about something here real quick. A lot of people that do this kind of work, they get in the gig economy, and think about like taxi drivers, Uber and Lyft. They weren't born in this country, and that's the opportunity that they take, and they do this work a lot, at least in my market. Think about the last time you were in a taxi cab. If you were in a big city, New York, LA, I bet a majority, and you guys tell me, maybe I'm wrong. I bet a majority of your drivers were people that weren't born in America. Somebody answer that question for me in the chat, guys. Oh, so are there people being racist in here? Let's not do that now. Just so you guys know, I am first generation. My mother and father were born in Puerto Rico. Now they both speak English, but so I'm not sure where all that's going. But I think about the people that do food delivery and drive taxis and various other service or gig economy jobs. A large portion of people that do that work are from other countries. They were born in other countries, and they moved here for opportunities. And this is one of the opportunities that they might have. I got no problem with that guy that delivered the food. He smiled. I mean, it is what it is. He just didn't know English, but he did answer my text message. When I texted him in English, so he knew enough to answer the text message back in English. And he followed the instructions. It was handed to me. He found my address. I don't need him to share pleasantries with me necessarily. I would have liked for him to be able to answer the questions, but it is what it is. This guy might be here on a work visa because he's going to marry somebody. Maybe he's in school. Maybe who knows? There's many reasons why he doesn't speak English, possibility. So I'm not upset or offended by that at all. So, okay. He did the service. Yeah. He did exactly what I paid him to do. Would I like for him to answer some questions? Sure. But that's for us. That's entertainment stuff. And even if he didn't want to, he doesn't have to. He can do what he wants, right? So he could be lying. He speaks great English. Maybe. He could have a thing on his phone. These are all true facts, right? But I think a lot of people do this kind of work, and English isn't their first language. But maybe they can still speak English. But he wasn't. Or, guys, it could be he just wasn't even trying to have any conversation with me at all. It could be that he didn't want to answer any questions because he's out there trying to make money. And I'm a dude. I had my phone. It was pointed towards me. Maybe he thought I was recording him. I said I wasn't, but he might have thought that. Various other reasons, right? So we'll definitely do this again, though. It's fun. I think you guys like it. We build a little suspense. You're not going to get this content anywhere else on YouTube in the gig economy. I try to give you guys different things, different entertainment, make you laugh, make you cry, all that stuff. Okay. He could be saving time, not wanting to chat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. It could have been that. Because when I told him I want to ask him a question, I got a YouTube channel. He looked at the phone. I was like, oh, I'm just recording myself. You guys probably heard me say that, right? And he kept backing up, getting closer to his car. And I asked him questions, and he just had to look like he didn't quite understand what I was trying to do. And a lot of people do put phones in people's faces and film, and maybe he's just not trying to be part of that. So it could have been that. Everyone should be fluent in at least 2 languages. Yeah, most people aren't. It would be great if everybody was. Most of the world's not fluent in 2 languages, though. What percentage of people do you think are fluent in 2 languages? I think it's a very low percent. Okay, let's see if we got everything. So the shake is upstairs. I put it in the freezer. Let's see if our orders. There was a straw. Okay, so we got 2 bags because I got 2 straws. So they put a straw in the bag, and he grabbed me a straw, I guess. Okay, cheesesteak or cheesecake. Here's our bag. Let's see if we got everything. We ordered a double cheese, no onions. There's definitely onions on that. Oh, Lord. Okay. I did that for flex. I don't mind. I like onions. So that's wrong. Chicken rings. Mozzarella sticks. And I ordered cheese fries. So let's see if there's cheese on the fries. There is, in fact, cheese on the fries. There we go. Listen, fun night tonight, guys. Sorry I didn't read every single comment. I try to look at the screen when I can and do what I can. I appreciate you guys for being in here. I'm going to eat some of this and spend the rest of the night with my girl. It's 11:40. Consider hitting the thumbs up on the way out. I will do it again. I'll do another DoorDash deal, and I'll ask, are you a top dasher? What did the offer show you? Can you confirm it for me? All that stuff. And hopefully next time it's somebody that is willing to have a conversation for whatever reason. So, listen, you guys are great. White Castle is the worst tasting burger. Yeah, I got it because it is what it is. It is what it is. You're not wrong, though. It's been a great week. It's been a great night. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're watching on a replay and you watch this much, you're an amazing human being. I appreciate any time that you guys give me because time is valuable, not only in the gig economy, but in life. And I appreciate you guys so, so much. The conference is coming next Saturday. I will live stream it. Still working the details on how I'm going to do that and make sure it looks good because there's some what do you call there's some issues with like connectability, but I'll figure it out. I'll give you guys some content this week. We'll see what we get. Got a couple plans and a couple ideas, but you never know what the gig economy is going to throw our way. So hit the thumbs up on the way out. Bet on you. Set goals one day at a time. What we do is a real job, and it does not have to be a dead end to nothing. But it is, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. See you guys tomorrow.